Hey guys. If you were a woman in the 1600s, your chances of owning a bank account were about 0%. And your chance of being burned alive at the stake for literally no reason at all was not 0%. We don't need to be history buffs to know that the Salem witch trials were a terrible thing that shouldn't have happened, but I did find out the other day that a lot of the hysteria was thanks to doctors claiming that witchcraft was causing illnesses they couldn't figure out. So it's super comforting to know that medical professionals blaming women for health conditions they don't understand yet is a tradition we've carried on for thousands and thousands of years. But it turns out that's not the only modern parallel we can draw from the Salem witch trials, because we're doing them again. All of it. The whole thing. On TikTok. We may not be putting people on legal trial for witchcraft anymore, but that's not going to stop the internet from throwing allegations around.
Makeup is witchcraft. I said what I said. Anytime you have to start trying to cover up and reconstruct your face with different powders and blushes and...
She's wearing lip gloss as she says this, by the way. Lips don't shine like that on their own, by the way. She also keeps mentioning Transformers in this video.
We got the men, you know, these Transformers, they out here looking more feminine than the women.
And I don't really know why. Like, what does putting on a little mascara have to do with the battle between Autobots and the Decepticons? I like how we constantly hear variations of this on how makeup shouldn't be allowed because it changes our appearance too much.
You don't look like that for real. With the makeup on and with the makeup off, you look like two completely different people. You're transforming. It's witchcraft.
Like, okay, since when is changing how something looks a bad thing? Does she also hate it when people paint a room? Whatever you do not renovate your bathroom around this lady. She's gonna freak the fuck out. A lot of these videos frame witches as being this kind of secret agent whose mission is to infiltrate the church.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy to some of you, but it needs to be said because it's real.
Why did she slap us like that? What did we do? Does she think we're witches?
There are real Satanists from cults and real witches from covens that have been sent on assignment to your church to collect spiritual intel and to release curses.
According to her, witches are the ones to blame for many things happening within the church, like sickness.
And then everyone's confused, right? Like, why is there so much sickness? Why is our worship team always burnt out? Why does it always feel so heavy when we're together?
Divorce.
Why is there so much divorce?
Being poor.
Why is there a lack in finance? Why is this happening? Why is that happening?
The idea of seeing so many people struggle right now, you know, with the economy and other things. And the only thing you can think to blame for it is a secret agent witch. Cody Banks, if he was a witch. This just feels like a way to ignore the root cause of these issues while also shifting responsibility away from the church to actually do anything about them. Oh, there's a family in our church who can't afford groceries this month? Yeah, it's pretty sad. If only there was something we could do. You could, like, buy them groceries? Something we could do about these evil witches. She also lets us know that witches are sometimes sent after specific people.
There was a witch that was sent on assignment against me. She saw my testimony. She got smacked by the glory of God. She repented, turned from her cult, and was born again. Hallelujah.
Kind of like a hitman. But so far, the only hits have come from her. So I think her implication is that the witches are sent to find Christians and convert them over to their side, which is terrible. How dare they invade someone else's space and then try and force their beliefs onto people? What a horrible and never been done before thing to do. Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. There's a common message in most of the videos I found that if you can't figure out who the witches are in your church, that's actually a skill issue.
Witches are in the church, and guess what they are good at? Deception. Discernment is the number one thing that is going to reveal if somebody is operating in something other than the Spirit of God.
They basically say if you can't discern witches from actual Christians in the church, it's because you are a lukewarm Christian and aren't serving God hard enough. Which is exactly what I would say if I was trying to get my entire congregation to distrust each other. Oh, so you love and trust your community? That's actually because you're fucking stupid. There are literally witches serving Satan, and you would know that if you didn't hate God. The word discernment is used a lot in these. It's even considered a spiritual gift.
Now, if you have the Holy Spirit, you get to have all the spiritual gifts that are outlined in the Bible. The spiritual gift of discernment, which many Christians in the lukewarm church or the American church today lack in.
One that you don't get to have if you're a lukewarm Christian. So you better wear a jacket. Prayer, of course, is another good method to keep the witches at bay.
We also should be, as the church, operating in prayer. Corporate prayer. A house that is not built on prayer is honestly set up for failure in one form or another. Probably why prayer is so attacked.
I've heard people say this before, that prayer is under attack, and it makes praying sound very action-packed, which is kind of the opposite of what prayer is. And we now lay her to rest in your eternal kingdom. Amen. Who threw that? Me. Witch. Everyone, I'm discerning that this woman is a witch sent to attack this funeral. Well, I also know how to discern. Discern on the ground. Discern this. Apparently you don't even have to be a witch to be practicing witchcraft.
Now, sometimes people aren't actively participating in witchcraft and going to church and trying to do all these things. Sometimes they're operating in manipulation and control, which is still witchcraft at its lowest, simplest form. Is control and manipulation.
Hang on a second. Are you telling me my ex-husband was a witch? No wonder he was always flying off the handle. The broom handle? By the way, if you don't spot the witches in your congregation fast enough, they're gonna curse you.
Can witches' curses affect Christians? Most Christians don't believe that they could possibly be cursed by a witch or warlock.
He also says they'll have a much easier time cursing you if you haven't repented for your sins enough.
Unrepentant sin in your life, which is rebellion to the Lord, which many Christians are in.
Or if you're too prideful.
Pride would be number 3, which most Christians are walking in. Also, many witches will astral project into your home and then monitor you.
You mean they're gonna project their asses into my home?
Astral project.
I don't see a downside to this. I'm only seeing a backside here. These videos never really specify what's gonna happen after you're cursed by a witch. They mostly just talk about how it will happen and it will be your fault. Like, even if you accept a gift from one, you're screwed.
Also, having anything given to you from a witch or a warlock in your possession, like jewelry, books, clothing, food, which will make a spiritual contract.
Which has got to make church potlucks a little awkward. Rebecca, do you want some chili? Ooh, that looks delish, Stacy, but no, I'm okay. What, you don't like my chili? No, I just couldn't. I'm on a new diet. It's very low cal. I don't want your fucking chili, okay? Why, because you think I'm a witch? No, it's because your chili tastes like fucking ass, Stacy, okay? But on the other hand, if you aren't getting cursed by a witch, it's because you're not enough of a threat to Satan, aka you're still not doing enough for God.
If you have not felt any witchcraft, then you're most likely not a threat to Satan's kingdom, and you're not doing much for God.
So it's bad if you get cursed by a witch, but also bad if you don't get cursed by a witch. Damned if I do and damned if I don't. Me, when I'm a beaver and I'm trying to decide to go to work or not, their qualifications for someone being a witch are also so broad that they can be applied to literally anyone. And they're never actually describing someone who practices witchcraft. They're just describing the supernatural Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs version of a witch.
What does a witch in the church look like? They will usually dress very conservatively, so you would never guess that they're a witch.
Oh, dressing modestly means you're a witch? You mean the thing that the church has been telling women to do since forever? Put some clothes on, whore! Okay. Take some clothes off, you witch! Okay. Does this mean that the Duggars are witches? Is that why they had so many kids? So they can Hansel and Gretel them? That's why they've always got the kids cleaning the kitchen, so they can trap them in the oven, like the Visit.
Extremely good at acting godly, give you words from God. They want to put their hands on you in prayer. Their laugh can sound like a cackle.
So if someone dresses modestly, or appears to be a good and godly Christian, or just has a kind of funny laugh, that means that they're a witch? You just incriminated about 95% of any congregation. You just described Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is a witch now. This is what I mean, dude. Whenever they're describing the big, bad, scary witches, they're actually just describing regular people that we encounter every single day.
These witches are using biblical language. I just came across this lady on TikTok, and gorgeous, so pretty. And that's always something that I know. If someone's beauty is very exaggerated.
So when someone is beautiful, that makes you suspicious of them? Oh wow, you are so pretty. Oh, thank you. Too pretty.
But then my spirit was like, this doesn't sound right. And I went to her page and I was looking at her stuff, and nothing was outwardly witchy. Like, she didn't say she was a witch. There was no like information that gave specifically witch.
So you saw a woman on TikTok who wasn't a witch, whose account had nothing to do with being a witch, and by your own admission had nothing outwardly witchy going on, and yet you still came to the conclusion that she's a witch?
And I go to her link in her bio, and I'm like, oh, this is like heavily Christian language. And I said, okay, witchcraft confirmed.
I wonder where we've seen this kind of thinking before. I wonder if there's any other times in history where women have been labeled as witches despite there being no evidence to back those claims. Their explanation of witches are so dramatic and demonizing that it kind of feels like the Santa Claus for church-attending adults.
The best protection against witchcraft is to forgive everyone. Humble yourself from all pride in your life. Repent for your sins.
If you're good all year and on your very best behavior, then the big bad witches can't project their asses into your room and tell God that you're watching OnlyFans models twerk on dildos shaped like tentacles, okay? It's definitely a type of fear-mongering, but to what end? Like, what is the point in doing this? I'm not actually asking, I just said that for a segue. I know what the reason is. Money! Wow, what a surprising surprise! They're all doing this to sell something on the internet.
I have a book called Freedom from Soul Wounds and Demons.
Not only is he selling a book that teaches you how to protect yourself from witches, he's also selling an online course. Of course! Of course he is. This creator is also selling an online course, which is really funny because of this.
Child, as I'm reading the descriptions, she's like, this course is to help you, find the power within. So this is your daily reminder that the witches are getting really good.
So you saw her selling an online Christian course and decided that that conclusively proves that she's a witch, when you yourself are also selling an online Christian course and a book. These people need to stop writing books and start reading them. Please, touch book. This creator also falls into the selling an online course category, but she belongs in a special subcategory that I found and like to call used to be a witch but then became a Christian and isn't a witch anymore, but now they spill all the insider secrets and all the hot goss about being a witch as a career now on the internet. It's a working title.
I didn't really feel weird about Halloween until I got delivered of demonic spirits. It glorifies demons. It glorifies darkness. It glorifies and celebrates death. It's actually disgusting, some of the Halloween decor that I see on people's front lawns. I can't believe that. How could we put that in our front yard?
You don't like when death is celebrated or when imagery involving death is in people's front yards. You're gonna hate Easter. Wait until I tell you about what happened on the cross, dude. You know, the one that people put in their yards and on their bodies and in their churches? This subcategory is mostly people claiming that practicing witchcraft made them a horrible person while also sounding like they know nothing about witchcraft.
She said, my husband having an affair with a woman at work. How much you charge me to destroy her?
Holy shit, it's an actual witch hitman.
Oh no, it's Agent 666. Wingardium Levio, kill that bitch.
Okay, if your husband is cheating on you, don't hire a witch to kill that woman. Hire a witch to kill your husband.
How much you charge me? I said, I charge you $10,000.
This story is so unrealistic. You're telling me you agreed to kill someone for $10,000? That's it? That barely even covers the cost of materials. Have you ever bought a coffin? That leaves you with like $1,000 profit, max. Guys, who the hell is Max? This grift relies on engaging a Christian audience by demonizing non-Christians. So of course he has to pretend like when he was a witch, he actively hated all Christians.
She said, by the way, she's Christian. I said, well, I do it for free.
It's like in God's Not Dead, when the only way they can portray an atheist character is by making them the evilest person alive.
Oh my god, a puppy! I fucking hate those things. Wow, look at this gorgeous sunset. It makes me sick. Oh my god, is that premarital sex? I fuck with that heavy.
I bought a coffin. I bought 21 candles. I put everything together. And the devil comes in. I could feel his presence coming. She said, how God said to leave her alone. She can't be touched.
Anyone who believes in a god can't be assassinated by witchcraft. Good thing that's a pretty niche demographic. Hey, if you ever have anyone you want to get rid of, just let me know.
Oh wow, thank you.
Unless they like the color blue.
Okay.
Or if they've ever stubbed their toe on something.
right.
Or if they've ever played or not played the video game Minecraft. Can't do it.
So I was a practicing witch for 10 years, was involved in black magic, rituals, seances, you name it, I was doing it.
I like this one a lot because the pictures she uses to prove she used to do witchcraft are just her wearing eyeshadow and of her smoking. Girl, if that's all it takes, I think we all have practiced witchcraft, especially in 2016.
I'm gonna tell you the top 5 ways that the devil deceives Christians into continuing to practice witchcraft even if they've renounced the outward practices that seem more apparent. Number 1, rebellion is witchcraft. So this is rebellion to your husband.
Rebellion to your husband is witchcraft? Is it? Is it really? You know what? If you want to head back to the 1600s when your husband could get you thrown in prison for not making his bread crispy enough, you go right ahead. Enjoy wiping your ass with straw. And bubonic plague.
Videos like these and ones that share experiences with witchcraft all have the same purpose of painting witches as these monstrous, comically evil characters that only exist for them to prevail upon.
We had a witch come into our meeting and says, I'm more powerful than Jesus. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And I went over and said, hey, you doing okay? And he says, no, I can't move a muscle in my body. He says, what's going on here? And I said, well, there's someone that's more powerful here.
This is just Wattpad for boys. He's basically writing fanfic where he has magical powers and defeats the other guy with magical powers because his magical powers are better and stronger. When they talk about witches, they aren't thinking of a person. It's really just a pawn that they're using in order to win battles, except the battles are invisible and made up, so they win every time. Their message is this double-edged sword that makes you suspicious of your community, mainly women, let's be honest, and paints other religions as something people need to repent and recover from. And since most of this is happening online and is coming from people who are ranting in their rooms or in their cars, it's easy to forget the kind of real world effects this kind of messaging can have and has had historically. The other day I saw this video of a woman getting her hair done at a salon, but for a reason we're going to talk about more in a minute, she has some blood in her hair.
I need you to wash the chicken blood out of her hair.
Wait, why do you have chicken blood in your hair though?
Which is not something that I would personally want to wash out of someone's hair if I was a hairdresser. But these are her friends, they're her regular hairdressers, and they did. They show her transformation at the end, and she looks amazing. Her new hair is clearly giving her a confidence boost because she's smiling and she's glowing. So imagine my confusion when I looked in the comments and saw this. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke any negative energy from this video. Witchcraft is real! That was a destiny swap spell for sure. That was 100% a fate swap. She took someone else's life to better hers. I don't know witchcraft, but I know Jesus, and that isn't right. Nobody's talking about how she looks so drained in the beginning of the video, but at the end, she's literally refreshed. You mean like how people go and get their hair done, and then afterwards they look refreshed because they just got their hair done? Let me not start talking about the pasta ritual that some women do. I don't know what that means. Is that like when you go to Olive Garden and you eat the Alfredo tortellini dish, and it's really, really yummy? I like that ritual. That's a good ritual. People on TikTok immediately started labeling her as a witch, saying that this was some kind of witchcraft where she was trying to swap fates with someone.
That bitch is a witch. That's witchcraft. That's evil as fuck.
But worst of all, claiming that she had cast a spell here that caused the death of her friend's child.
The stylist who washed the chicken blood out of her hair, her baby girl passed away not long after that. That is how dangerous this is. That is how immoral and evil this stuff is.
This video is what inspired me to talk about this because unlike the other ones I've shown, this was directed at an actual person. This was a literal modern day witch hunt.
She's gonna pay for that. The woman who done that is gonna pay for that.
In reality, this woman practices Santeria, which is a religion that started in Afro-Cuban communities. She made a comment explaining this and that the blood was there as part of a protection ritual she was doing for herself because she was about to go on a trip, which has now been deleted because people were harassing her and accusing her of causing the death of one of her loved ones.
And on that day, all I got was a hair rogation. A hair rogation is completely harmless. It's just a head cleansing for like protection. And an animal of choice wasn't even a chicken. I'm not evil, I'm not no demon. I'm not out here trying to get nobody's soul. I'm not sacrificing anything.
This is extremely demonic.
Girl, why is everyone acting like they've never seen blood used in any religion? It's literally used routinely in Christianity.
Her daughter died the next day.
It wasn't the next day, it was months later. This is like saying, oh, I went to church on Sunday and then on Monday, my husband died in a car crash. Clearly it was going to church that made my husband die in a car crash. But still people were commenting stuff like, okay, yeah, it may be part of her religion, but I don't care, there was blood involved. And so if there's blood involved, that makes it bad and scary. And all I have to say to that is, are you fucking dumb? 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 Are you fucking dumb?
This is full-blown demonic, and it is not of God.
It's not of your God.
And you always got to pray.
Guess what praying is? A protection ritual. Guess what she did? A protection ritual. You guys are doing the same shit. You're doing the exact same thing that she was doing, just in different ways. And
There's nothing good about Santeria, these spiritual cleanses, and I'm gonna put an egg cleanse, and I'm gonna sacrifice an animal and put the blood on my head.
You know what's really funny about this talking point is that God literally instructed Moses for every family to sacrifice a lamb and take the blood of the lamb and wipe it over their doors as a protection ritual to protect their firstborns. Animal sacrifice, blood ritual, protection spell. Am I losing my fucking mind? It's the same thing. Do you read the Bible and then get hit by the Men in Black thing that just zaps your memory clean? Is that what's happening? So this is just a friendly reminder that sometimes we see something we don't understand, and sometimes people believe in things that we don't believe in. And during those times, we shouldn't be jumping to conclusions, even if everyone else is. Also, if your religious beliefs are founded in shitting on other people's religious beliefs, that's not a religion, that's just you being a hater. You're just a hating ass bitch, and you would be no matter what your religion was, and that's okay. I mean, it's not, but that's what it is. Anyway, guys, I've got to go fly over El Monte because my friend whose name is Hotel Transylvania needs a ride, so I'll see you next time.
We've spotted flying on a broom with a body hanging in El Monte.
That looks like people on a broom.
It's Hotel Transylvania.
Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad, and I love prank videos. And we're not talking those harmless pranks that make people think that they're losing it for a split second in a playful way. No, we're talking throwing things at people's heads over store aisles. We're talking robbing bank pranks. We're talking destroying other people's property. We're talking full-on crime. Prank videos have honestly become like the Raisinets of internet content. No one really likes them, but they're always there for some reason, or for some reason. I really thought that we had come close to ending the reign of pranksters on the internet whenever those twins got arrested very briefly, and everyone collectively online was like, hey, stop, maybe, because we're really tired of this. But no, prank videos are still here, and they are not getting any better. I found this account. I found a couple like it, but I didn't document them or make any kind of note of it. I do this for a living, by the way. I'm a huge fan, actually, of how TikTok will delete funny videos for basically no reason, but will leave this up where these people are basically just flashing ass at the camera. That's perfectly okay, all right? Actually, that's what TikTok wants. Isn't that right, TikTok? So you guys heard it here first. Go forth and shake ass. This is Matt. As far as I can tell, he's the page owner, since the women featured in these videos alternate a lot.
How do you guys keep getting stuck in the car?
I don't know.
Oh my god, well, good thing I have some scissors. Oh, save the day.
I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm gonna have to blur out 90% of these videos. Matt's philosophy when it comes to making internet content seems to be, why make good content when you can simply not? When you cannot do that. Do the opposite of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Do you think when he was a kid, this is what he dreamed of doing? Hey, Deborah, what do you want to be when you grow up? I think I'm going to be an astronaut. What about I want to film myself cutting clothing off of women and then post it to kids online? Or a dentist. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to guess what happens in this next prank video. It's a tough one. You might need more than 10 seconds, okay? I'll give you a hint. It has a common theme with the last video we watched. Did you guess that an ass somehow makes an appearance? Then you got it. Great job. I'm mostly upset about the lack of creativity behind the guise of a prank. I know these pranks are just a front for showing butt, but still. The prank is what? That you put a jalapeno into a clear glass where the jalapeno is clearly visible. Also, the fact that the act of sliding the glass across the table to switch them is incredibly loud.
What in the world can that be? What? Where?
If you're looking for a prank to play on your friend, then look no further. For this one, all you will need is gumballs, plastic margarita glasses, tape, and blue Gatorade.
Yum.
The fact that she didn't see the tape, this is staged. That's an astute observation. Another giveaway might be the fact that her headphones are plugged into absolutely nothing, but anyway. This prank is the same as the last one, except for this time he puts candy in the drink, and I was gonna make a comment on how that would not merit the same reaction as the jalapeno drink would, but then I saw that it's candy corn he's putting in there, so never mind. Oh, and there's also ass in this one. How many times can I say ass before I get demonetized? For this next one, you have to put rice in your window blinds.
right in here.
If I want to scare my friends with this prank, which I do, this is terrifying, I really do I have to use the balloon? We've already got the rice. I feel like it just adds insult to injury. There's rice in the blinds, there's a fucking balloon on the couch. It's traumatic. How do I ensure that my friend's ass, I have to stop saying ass, finds its way onto the balloon? Is the balloon, is it like a metal detector or like a butt magnet? I guess I could just tell them every detail of the prank beforehand. That's probably what I'll do. If nothing else, I'll get 9 million followers out of it. 9 million of them.
For this.
And then there's this, which I forgot was a thing on the internet for like a week. Is that Noah Beck? I mean, Bryce Hall? Why do you all know each other? Why would you actively stack crates as someone is climbing up them? Was that a part of the crate challenge? You've got all this TikTok money. Can you not afford more crates? Do you need help? You know how when you put Mentos into Coke, it fizzes up a lot? And then whenever people made that discovery, everybody would post a video of themselves doing that online. And then after a while, it got kind of boring because literally everybody was doing that. Well, what if there was an ass involved?
You ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go.
I mean, what were you expecting? An explosion? You can't have an explosion and ass, okay? Don't get greedy. Also, you're telling me you can afford all this soda, but not more crates? I think we should set up a GoFundMe just for the crates, guys.
All right, here we go. I'm sorry, guys, seriously. All right, here we go. Wow, this is fun.
TikTok, it was completely safe. How? You just dumped basically explosives on their faces. It looks like they're being tortured. TikTok did let this one slide though, so it was probably because of the disclaimer.
Let's drop it. Uh-oh. What's it look like? Oh, not that bad.
This is a great video. I especially like the part where nothing happens. How do you make a TikTok that is so pointless but still gets almost 20,000 likes? It seems like before he discovered the secret to unlocking the TikTok algorithm, it's ass. He did a lot of videos where food is just wasted. Gumballs, Skittles, cereal, even green beans.
Green beans, bro, they're right there.
Yeah, dude, where's my 5-gallon can of green beans that I keep in the fridge? I have 0 questions about this person twerking on the counter. That's fine. The joke is just that the food gets dropped on the floor and then immediately thrown in the trash. And it's hilarious, guys. Come on. They also made another video like this. And if you're confused on what's happening here, don't worry. There's a caption to explain everything that's going on. So what he's doing is he's actually breaking a frozen water bottle on the ground. Do you want to watch it again or no? You've got it? Okay, good.
Why? Come on, put it over your head. Higher, Emma.
This is as high as I can go, Matt.
No, it's not. Higher.
Why?
No, it's not.
I like how in this universe people continue to do what he says no matter what, and at no point are they ever like, I don't know if I should hold this bag of flour above my head. Last time you told me to hold something above my head, it was a vat of acid, so I'm a little apprehensive. Okay, girls, new rule. You're not allowed to wear booty shorts or revealing clothing because you shouldn't show your ass off to people. Unless it's on the internet and it's to millions and millions of people. What is this wall that just says gassy? It kind of looks like the background for a podcast. I would love to see how an episode of that would go. I guess before the page really started blowing up, not that many people wanted to collab with him, so he would have to improvise and prank himself. So he would think of the prank, set it up, and then act like he was the one being pranked. Very impressive. It's a one-man show.
Woo, what a beautiful day for the park. Oh, I can't wait.
You ever get so bored you prank yourself? No. I can honestly say I've never nailed my own shoes to a board and then pretended to break an iPad Pro. To stay on theme of the content that we watched today, I think it's only right that we wrap things up by taking what we've learned and applying it in real life by playing a prank. We're gonna go play a prank now. Hey.
I'm very scared of what's gonna happen to me when
You just got pranked. get wrecked. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And today we're going to be learning some girl facts, some facts about girls, some things that are exclusive to only girls, some girl facts. What are girls? Some of you might not be familiar. Girls are very complicated. Sometimes they'll say really cryptic things like, I wish you would pay more attention to me, or I'm hungry. Like, okay. Well, what does that mean? I wish they would just tell us what they want sometimes, you know? No need to be so mysterious, girls. So I did some research. Where else other than TikTok? I love the hashtag girl facts on TikTok because it's so obvious that a lot of the people who post them have never even breathed the same air as a girl. Most of them seem like they came from Google, or more specifically from those weird WikiHow articles, except instead of telling you how to pretend to be a vampire at school, they're telling you what a girl really means when she texts you the letter K. And everyone knows, if you want to know something about girls, don't ask girls. Ask dudes on TikTok who copy-pasted baseless studies from the internet and then stood in front of their iPhone camera like this. Okay, first girl fact is actually a two-in-oneer. It's boys and girl facts. Girls fall in love with what they hear. Boys fall in love with what they see. That's why girls wear makeup and boys lie. Wow. I'm 2012 and this is Facebook. One of these is not like the other. So this fact is girls are under a lot of pressure to be pretty and to wear makeup in order to be considered attractive based off of often unattainable beauty standards to appease the male gaze, and boys are liars. It's not their fault though, it's a fact. They can't help it. Yeah, so then I lied to her, obviously, and I told her I was out with the boys, but really I was cheating on her with her sister, and she still doesn't know to this day, and we have 2 kids together, but it's literally not my fault. Like, I'm a boy. Boys lie. It's a boy fact. Sometimes I wear eyeliner. We are experiencing the same thing. When a boy is truly in love, he will act like a child. But when a girl is truly in love, she will act like a mother. I know someone who would really like to speak with you. Why is this fact so not specific? So she falls in love with you and she sets up your doctor appointments or brings you fruit gummies to your soccer game. He falls in love with you and just starts uncontrollably pissing and doing himself. Once again, it kind of seems like girls are getting the worst end of the bargain. Girls are more attracted to guys who have the ability to make them laugh. Yes, that's it. That's the whole fact. Man, I wonder how many studies they had to conduct to figure out that girls are more attracted to people who have a similar sense of humor to them. Hashtag psychology. Hashtag psychology facts. This applies to literally everyone. Yeah, so when someone makes you laugh, it makes you feel good inside. Okay. So you like them. But if someone doesn't make you laugh, then it doesn't make you feel good. Okay. So you doesn't like them. Probably. Whoa, dude. I know. That's like psychology. It's like psychology. It's psychology. It's psychology. And why are we in the ocean? Why are we underwater for this?
I just can't believe it, dude.
Guys,
you should write a book. I really do. Oh my god, that would be insane. What would you call it? Lord of the
Guys,
Fat,
I'm actively drowning.
Friends of food, not fish.
Girls normally fall in love with older boys. Girls hate it when boys always talk about themselves. But girls like it when boys pay attention to them and tell them how important they are. Yes. These are just basic rules for interacting with anyone ever. No one really wants to hang out with someone who only talks about themselves because it means that they probably don't care about what's going on with you as much. And yes, girls usually like when people tell them they're important and pay attention to them because they are human beings. This video has 500,000 likes, which means that 500,000 people watched this and thought this was informational. This taught me something that I didn't know before. I just had never considered having basic human decency before, but now I will. Only 4% of women consider themselves beautiful. If a girl goes silent during a conversation, she is probably overthinking what you just said. You cannot just pull statistics out of your ass, plop them onto a picture of a sunset, and label it a psychological fact. Where did 4% come from? Was there a control group? Was there a placebo effect group? I don't know anything about scientific studies. Was there a hippopotamus? Girls easily get carried away by their emotions. This is true. My emotions have been bulking. 70% of girls use silence to express pain. Again, with the statistics, this is literally impossible to be fact. It is a subjective reaction to being sad. You cannot just make sweeping generalizations with no study and no research. There have to be actual scientists and like placenta pills. Unpopular fact. If a girl goes silent during a conversation, it means she's probably overthinking what you just said. A lot of guys tend to get annoyed at this, when in reality it's easily fixable. They just need reassurance or for you to explain something again so they don't feel the need to overthink it. Unpopular fact is not a thing. A fact cannot be unpopular because it's a fact. I will define fact right now. The truth about events as opposed to interpretation. This is an interpretation of what you think is going on in a girl's head whenever she goes silent during conversation. But if this is happening a lot to you, Cody, then maybe you should not be wondering why she keeps overthinking and consider that maybe you just keep saying stupid shit. This is just a word for word copy of the other one that we saw. What BuzzFeed article are you guys stealing this from? Unpopular fact, plagiarism is not cool. You wouldn't plagiarize a car. You wouldn't plagiarize a handbag. Downloading a plagiarism is stealing. Just because her eyes don't tear doesn't mean her heart doesn't cry. Those are called emotions. Like if I were to say that your TikTok reads like the inner monologue of a 3-year-old child, that would probably make your heart cry, but that's just called having feelings. I like that the people posting these kinds of videos apparently know so little about girls that they have to steal every girl fact from each other. I've seen this one at least 5 times. Maybe we're not overthinking all the time. Maybe we're trying to like remember the lyrics to a song, or you have something stuck in your teeth.
And another girl fact is that they have to trim their fingernails every 30 seconds or they will fall off and grow legs. Then they can actually reproduce, and that's how the thumb people from the third Spy Kids movie were made, but you probably didn't know that because you're a girl. And your mind physically cannot process the incredible graphics from the Spy Kids franchise.
The true meaning behind the girl texts. She's mad. I'm fine. She's not fine. It's fine. It's not fine. I don't care. She really cares. It's okay. I'll be okay. She's hurting a lot. Oh, okay. Her heart just shattered. Okay. Everything is good. Okay. Something might be wrong. Okay. Something is really wrong. Don't try to guess a girl's feelings. Always ask her. So I'm kind of starting to get mixed signals. You said if a girl says she's fine, then she's not fine, and just to go with the opposite of whatever she says. But now you're saying that we should just ask her and never assume. So your girl fact is just to ask a girl. But we came to you for girl facts. We came for your expertise. We're not going to be able to learn about girls anywhere else. Girls want nothing more than to feel loved. I mean, I can think of a couple things. We might also want basic respect, safety. Safety is nice. Equal pay. That might be cool. If not, that's totally fine. When she stares at you mouth, kiss her. That is 100% not what you should do. It's just based on some of the previous girl facts we've seen. It doesn't seem like y'all are the best at picking up on signals, so maybe don't kiss girls just because they happen to glance at your mouth hole area. If she starts cussing out a storm at you and tries to be all big and bad with you, kiss her and tell her that you love her. Got it. Okay, so if a girl is visibly upset with you, don't admit fault. Just kiss her, because all girls want is love. When she's quiet, ask her what's wrong. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. If she pulls away, pull her back. Is this girl language or serial killer language? Because I genuinely can't tell anymore.
If she tells you a secret, keep it safe and untold. If she looks into your eyes, look back into hers and don't look away until she does.
Definitely sounds like something a serial killer would do, which checks out since you're driving us around in a car at night on an empty road to bury us, no doubt. Do not take any of this advice. If you were to see any of these happening in real life without weirdly motivational music in the background, it would be terrifying. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You just got really quiet. Yeah. Yes, I did. If you're overthinking something I said, I do not care about anything you've said ever. It's gonna be okay, okay? I'm here to protect you. Okay, I'm just trying to diffuse this.
Okay, and if I make one wrong move, the whole world will literally end, so I could really use some silence right now, okay? Okay. 78% of girls use silence to express pain. Oh, for f***'s sake. To conclude this video, obviously do not listen to any of the things in these TikToks, but I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm sorry if this video was shorter than usual. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things, but if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, have you ever wondered what Love Island would be like if instead of an island, it was on a farm, and instead of doing nothing all day, they were picking up cow poop with their bare hands? Well, someone did, because this show exists. I've been watching a lot of reality TV lately because my body is like a Nature Valley bar in the bottom of your purse, falling apart and inedible. Unless you're like really brave. I watched the last season of Love Island. I watched Temptation Island. It's always on an island. I don't know why it can't be anywhere else, like a lagoon, since they're always lagooning. But the one I want to talk to y'all about is Farmer Wants a Wife. Farmer Wants a Wife is a reality TV show about astronauts who want a divorce. Just kidding, you know what it's about. It's literally in the title. It literally explains it. The show technically has been around since 2007, since it has a lot of variations in other countries, like Australia. That's a country, for example. But the US version actually just started in 2023, and just like everything else in this country, it's a fucking disaster. The problem that this show seeks to solve is how difficult it is for farmers to find someone to date.
Is my life.
They highlight how remote these farmers are and how much that limits their options, because it's not like they can date the pigs. Trust me, I've tried. This is one of the first pictures that pops up when you Google the show, by the way. You know, just a normal farming stance that you do on the farm. Me, when I have farm at 6 o'clock, and with great power comes great responsibility at 6:30. In episode 1, we meet the 4 farmers, and as they introduce themselves, every single one of them mentions that they're not the romantic type.
I'm not your normal romantic.
I would not consider myself a romantic.
I'm usually pretty tight-lipped on things like feelings and emotion.
And as we get to know them a little more, we realize that this was basically just their way of soft launching their avoidant attachment styles. Did they edit it like that? To me, love is more of a feeling as opposed to others who consider it not a feeling. They say stuff like this so frequently that it kind of makes me wonder if anyone let them know they were going on a dating show. You know, a show where you're inevitably gonna need to be romantic and talk about feelings, maybe, probably. This is like going on Jeopardy and being like, yeah, I'm not the best at being asked questions. It's honestly pretty scary for me. Then why did you come here? Oh my God. Phew. You scared me. What's wrong with you? Ah, stop! During one of his first dates, Farmer Allen reveals that he just got out of a relationship 6 months ago, and that the relationship he just got out of was a marriage.
Didn't I tell you I was married?
You were married?
Yeah, I was married to that woman.
And his date, Cassidy Joe, has a very interesting response to this.
You're divorced.
Yes.
I don't really believe in divorce.
You don't believe in it? Like you just don't believe it exists? Like Santa Claus?
Did you try? Like,
absolutely, yeah. I tried.
Did you try is such a funny thing to say in response to someone doing something unsuccessfully. Hey, instead of getting a divorce, did you like try having a happy marriage? Did you try that? Did you try having a wife that loved you and didn't fucking hate you? Did you try that? Did you think of that? Each of the farmers have to choose 5 women to come stay on their farms after a round of rapid fire dates with everyone, which are full of the guys reiterating that they are not romantic at all, and while looking like they would literally rather be anywhere else. Was this a compliment even? This was more of an observation. He just observed something about her. You are wearing a dress. Thank you. That's fire. Thank you. You're on fire. Thank you. Your dress is on fire. Thank you. At the end of their quick dates, the producers will ask the guys their thoughts about each one, and they really don't like that.
Let me just say that.
You know, there's so much I can say about Lily. But I won't. After the contestants are chosen, they make their way to the farms they'll be living on for the next 6 weeks. One of the farmers, Landon, has a decaying buck skull on his front porch because nothing says welcome like a visual reminder of your ability to kill. And the women on his farm walk in to realize that they'll be sleeping on bunk beds in his living room.
Oh my gosh, the bunk beds!
I think this is pretty funny because if you remove the novelty of farms from this situation, this is just where some guys live. Like imagine sending 5 women to a guy's 450 square foot profit apartment where the only furniture is a bench press. The only food is protein powder. His mattress is on the floor. And the show is called Guy Wants a Girlfriend. Maybe, not really. He doesn't believe in labels. He just wants to see how things go, okay? Why are you rushing him? God, he's only 43. After the women arrive to their respective farms, they are immediately put to work.
We're just gonna push those cows down into the pasture.
It's important for me to see how the girls work in this environment.
The main factor in their wife search for all these farmers seems to be how much farm work their potential wife will be able to do.
I'm assuming you already gathered eggs and had breakfast ready?
I don't need a ranch hand. I need someone who's willing to help me on the ranch.
Every farmer consistently talks about needing to know which woman would fit his lifestyle best. And then the lifestyle they want them to fit into is being an unpaid ranch hand.
An extra set of hands just make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I'm sure a free set of hands makes a lot of difference. It's basically like love and romance on this dating show are second-hand priorities, and the first-hand priority is finding second hands. A second pair of hands. To do farm work for free. And as if that wasn't enough, the farmers also make comments about expecting help with the domestic side of farm life. They'll repeatedly mention how the farmers' homes need a woman's touch.
This is me. It needs a woman's touch a little bit.
We're living in a barn.
Which just adds to the overall vibe of the show that the women are here to work. Oh, I'm sorry, you thought you were a guest here? There's homes that need touching. Bless this house? No. Caress this house. The very first day the women get to Alan's farm, this guy, he has them doing this. It's almost like he was waiting for them to get there before he started this project. He doesn't actually want to date anyone. He just needed this tree cleared. He's probably still married. He has to be. Divorce isn't real. The women continue to do chores throughout the show, even if the farmers aren't around.
Lift with your legs, ladies.
In one episode, they even go as far as packing them all up and taking them to work on a friend's farm.
Guys, this is a longtime friend of mine, Jordan. He's got some calves here. We got to do some vaccinations, little worming, that kind of stuff. Free help, free help. Free help, that's right.
So they're straight up being treated like ranch hands, except worse because they're not getting paid and they have to wake up and do glam makeup and hair every single day. By the way, if the women aren't overjoyed at the opportunity to provide free labor, that literally impacts their likeliness of moving forward in the show.
Sloan seems like a very nice girl.
Oh, I'm glad my pants are already ripped.
But she really didn't necessarily jump in there head first.
Yeah, so Sloan actually didn't jump head first into a task she's unfamiliar with. She actually didn't smile enough while working for me for free. Something must be wrong with her. It seems less like Alan was expecting 5 women looking for love on his farm and more like he was expecting 5 Paul Bunyans. It just doesn't make sense because the entire entertaining appeal of this show is that it's a bunch of city girls trying out life on the farm. And then the farmers are upset when they don't immediately know how to farm. Huh? Me when I take a fish out of water and then ask it to chop down a tree? Huh? Farmer Alan saying this about Sloan is especially unfair considering how willing to help she actually was.
Ooh, so fun.
But it's okay, don't worry, things ultimately work out because he kicks her off the farm.
I just don't feel that connection between us. I think it's time to send you home.
And that's actually for the best because she deserves better. The women on Ryan's farm, this guy, spend their first evening there cooking an entire meal for everyone.
I think I should slice up some grapes and pop them in here. Yeah, I think that'd be a nice touch.
You know, you may have to spend hours mending a broken fence on the farm, but at least at the end of the day, you still have to cook a meal for a man you don't know. Later on in the show, they actually prep food, arrange tables, and set out all the dishes so that Ryan's friends can come hang out while he does this. This has the same energy as those guys who find random tasks to do so they don't have to help their wife clean when they have people coming over. Babe, I would help you mop the floors, but I have to repave the cul-de-sac. You want me to help cook? Seriously? You're seriously asking me that right now when there are bike chains in the garage that need lubricating. Wow, you know what? You're a real bitch. Something else that really bothered me about this dating show was how little the producers actually planned dates. The show sets up one-on-one dates for each of the farmers once every 2 weeks, okay? The show is 6 weeks long, okay? There are 5 women on each farm, okay? 6 divided by 2 is 3, okay? And 3 does not equal 5. okay? Which means there are not enough solo dates for each of the women to have one with the farmers. Which means some of these women will spend 6 weeks doing chores on the farm without ever actually dating the farmer. And every date that does happen will have hay. They'll be sitting around hay, they'll be sitting on top of hay, even if it doesn't make sense for hay to be there, it will be there, I guess, just to remind us that we're on a farm in case you forgot. The show will bring everyone together every 2 weeks as well for some kind of group activity, but those aren't dates and the farmers end up talking to each other instead of the women.
I ain't even kissed any of the girls. I ain't even got to that bridge yet.
As far as I can tell, the only other producer involvement is when they periodically will send letters to the farmers, letting them know they need to kick one woman off their farm. But the thing about those is the farmers don't actually have to kick anyone off.
You guys are okay with it? I'll just have all 5 of you stay.
I think every time a letter is sent out, at least one farmer just goes, no. I simply won't be doing that.
I think I need to take a little more time to get to know y'all.
Like, it makes sense the first time because the show sends them a letter after the first day, and that makes literally no sense because it's the first day the women have been there and the farmers haven't interacted with them at all, aside from saying, pick up that steak and put it over there, and your 10 minutes was 2 hours ago. Why are you on your phone? Obviously, Farmer Allen sends Sloane home because as someone who doesn't routinely chop down and clear fallen trees, she didn't know how to chop down and clear fallen trees. But the rest of the farmers don't send anyone home because they don't know these women at all yet.
I just don't think that I can comfortably make a decision tonight to send somebody home.
So honestly, props to them for calling that out and declining to do that.
What we'll do is we won't send anyone home.
Farmer Ryan also doesn't send anyone home, but it's only because he hasn't had a chance to make out with all of them yet. So I don't think he gets any props for that. Call him a mime because of how he doesn't have any props. However, throughout the rest of the show, they keep refusing to send anyone home.
I just can't send anybody home tonight.
I would like for you all to stay another week.
And while I do think that was a reasonable response the first time, it's also kind of crazy that they're allowed to do that. If you agree to go onto a TV show that has a format and established rules, that doesn't really feel like something you're allowed to opt out of. Like, what do you mean the participants of the show don't have to participate in the show? There's literally no stakes if they're allowed to just not do that. I mean, there's a lot of stakes. There's plenty of stakes. Like, there's stakes, but there's no stakes. If you've seen other reality TV dating shows like Love Island, you might be thinking, well, it's probably fine that the show didn't plan a lot of dates because the participants are actively living together so they can just hang out and talk to each other in between planned activities. Except no. No, they apparently can't.
Our ladies have something else on their minds.
One-on-one time, one-on-one time, a one-on-one, alone time, one-on-one time.
One of the most recurrent complaints from the women on every farm by far is that the farmers are not talking to them.
What I'm hoping next is that I do get some one-on-one time. I'd really love to get a little bit more attention from him.
I really haven't got a chance to sit down and talk to him.
I need stuff to make me feel comfortable, and that is like being able to pull me one-on-one.
We have had absolutely no one-on-one time.
So I haven't had a lot of one-on-one time with Alan.
To the point that the host of the show literally has to intervene.
I have not gotten to speak to him at all.
The host finds out that Ashley, this woman, has not spoken to Farmer Hunter since their initial 3-minute speed date, and that was 3 weeks ago. The host immediately pulls the guys to the side to have a chat with them.
Hey, gentlemen, come over. Let's have a sidebar.
And basically has to be like, hey, you guys are gonna have to talk to the women on your farm. You can't marry them without talking to them first. That's a different dating show. You're in the wrong one for that. It feels like the show was assuming the farmers would take initiative and try to get to know the women, and the farmers assumed the show would make them get to know the women. So they were kind of just passing the buck around back and forth, the decomposing one. The more time the women are there, the more apparent it becomes that they're barely interacting with the farmers at all in between the planned dates. Aside from chores, don't worry, they're still doing unpaid labor. So many of them don't have any idea where they stand with the farmers, and it's probably because the show is happening at their place of work. Like, if you ask 4 farmers who have admitted multiple times to being inexperienced with dating to choose between dating women or farm, they're going to choose farm. But we have to take it easy on these guys, okay? We can't just expect them to suddenly start dating everyone when they have very little dating experience. That's like asking someone who's never done farm work to do farm work, and if they're not immediately good at it, kicking them off the show. Like, you would never do that. That's just unreasonable. The woman who doesn't believe in divorce, Cassidy Joe, this is her. Cassidy Joe starts complaining that she and Farmer Allen haven't kissed yet and that she needs that physical affection.
I guess I wish we would have had a kiss.
I think it's
Okay,
going.
good. I know that I need that affection, right? Physical touch.
Maybe she should go to Ryan's Ryan's farm. There's plenty of that to go around over there. But she starts being really weird about this.
I don't want to be too aggressive, but I want to show that I like him. I want to kiss you.
Even though Farmer Allen hasn't kissed any of the women on his farm and specifically set a boundary that he likes to move slowly.
I understand it all, but doesn't mean I want to have him, give him the space. I want to go, why don't you want to kiss me? I'm like a little kid.
Yes, you are, because you're throwing a tantrum like a little baby. She ends up throwing such a fit about this that he gives her a peck simply to appease her.
Kiss me, please.
Here.
Which is so fucked up. I don't have anything funny to say about this. I can't believe she didn't get kicked off the show immediately. So yeah, don't be like Cassidy Joe, who doesn't believe in divorce or apparently consent. As I've already mentioned, Ryan has no problem showing the women on his farm physical affection. He also has no problem doing it in front of people.
I can be romantic on my own way,
including the other women on his farm who are romantically interested in him and who he's also been kissing, sometimes hours before. For example, Haley, this woman, sees Ryan locking arms with someone else and has a justified response.
This man acts like he likes me. He doesn't. If Ryan doesn't want me here, I don't want to be here.
And she ends up confronting him in a very collected, very articulate way, okay? This is important.
The person you pick has to pick you back.
Yeah.
Like you have to form a connection.
And then they make out. A lot. Which is crazy because right after this, Ryan starts questioning if he even likes her anymore because she's too emotional.
I'm not sure how a relationship with her would be because she's so much more emotional than the other girls.
Bro, what are you talking about? She simply reacted to you holding hands with someone else when she has feelings for you, and you've been telling her that you have feelings for her too, and she didn't even cry in front of you. She went into a porta potty to cry. Arguably the worst place to cry. He ends up confronting her about being emotional.
So you have an emotional side. Tell me about that.
Hello? The fact that he's doing this while she's helping him clean up horse shit is so crazy. Hey, I've noticed you have reactions to my actions. Would you say you're a whiny bitch-ass baby? Also, can you cover for Sarah tomorrow? She's gonna be busy making out with me. So the next time the show sends an elimination letter, instead of just ignoring it, which everyone has still been doing by the way, he sends her home.
Haley, I think you're gonna have to go home. I feel that we may have a disconnect, you know, with who I am as a person and who you are.
I think we may just have a disconnect with who I am, normal, and who you are, a whiny bitch-ass baby. And I literally can't make this up, guys. He starts crying while he's kicking her off the show for crying.
It's okay, don't be upset.
So it's actually great that he's been kissing everyone and getting a lot of practice with that, so that he knows how to kiss my ass. As the show gets closer to the finale, each farmer is down to 2 women. Yes, they actually did start making them kick people off. And to help them make their final decisions, the farmers get to meet the women's families, which is where it becomes very apparent that over the last nearly 6 weeks, they have learned nothing. Can't answer this question, and doesn't. They just awkwardly move on to less touchy subjects, like their age gap.
She's an old 23.
Ma'am, what does that mean? That makes no sense. That means nothing. Hey, can I rent this car? I'm 18. No, you have to be 25. But what if I'm an old 18? You still can't rent the car. Oh. Here's a gun though. Yay! The show also likes to make it a huge deal anytime I think one day I might like to live close to my family. And I think I would maybe like to see my friends sometimes. For some reason, the implication of this show seems to be that wife is someone who gives up everything in her life forever, but there's zero expectation for the farmers to alter their lives in any way. It's exclusively the women being expected to change everything, move to the farm, work there for free, and never leave again. And that's a horse. I just described a horse. That's how a horse lives. Farmer actually wants a horse that can also wash his underwear. As the show gets closer to the final episode, they realize they have a little bit of a problem. Like I said, each farmer is supposed to be down to 2 women on their farm that they'll have to choose from during the finale. However, Ryan only has 1. Every woman on Ryan's farm has left. After he kicked Haley off for being too emotional, Lily, this woman, who is actively studying to be a mental health professional, sees this happen, recognizes it for the red flag that it is, and leaves without saying a word. She does write some though. She leaves a letter.
To Ryan,
I've removed myself to help give you the clarity of your choice.
So that left Ryan with 2 women on his farm, both named Sarah, Sarah H and Sarah V. Yes, she is a person. No, she is not a daily moisturizing cream. Also, just a quick side note, but Sarah V does this thing where she changes her voice when she's talking to Ryan.
Do you like me? Check yes or check no.
But in her one-on-one interviews, she sounds nothing like that. Girl, stop! Girl, what are you doing? The other Sarah, Sarah H, also decides to leave the show because the moment she landed back home in New York, she was like, oh yeah, I don't want to go back there. No. That's a sidewalk. So instead of doing anything else about the fact that Ryan only has 1 woman left, the show decides the best course of action would be to go to Haley, to emotional Haley, and ask her to please come back.
Hello.
Hi.
I've missed you like crazy. I definitely want to have you back.
And how is that allowed? You can't just Control-Alt-Delete after kicking someone off the show. If the choices aren't final and can be undone, then how are we supposed to care about the choices? This is like when TV shows bring back dead characters so much that eventually you just don't even feel anything when a character dies.
Husband! I've been stabbed!
Oh no!
Tell the children I love them!
You're seriously asking me to do that? Seriously? When I've got kitchen tile to regrout? Farmer Landon is also choosing between 2 women with the same name. This is Ashley R and this is Ashley L. Did you get that? Have you got it? Please keep up. He ends up choosing Ashley L even though he's had a great connection with the other Ashley this entire time and he met her daughter.
Your mom had a favorite cow at my ranch that was black and white, just like your cat is.
Thank you.
I know it's just a part of the show and he didn't have a choice in meeting her family, but still, he brings her a stuffed animal and it's really sweet and he's always talking about how much he wants kids. He wants kids starting years ago, but he doesn't end up with the woman who had a kid years ago? That's literally what you wanted. She could not be a better match. Her head might as well be made of red phosphorus. The show continues to try and convince us that Ryan has a tough decision to make, even though there's still only 1 woman left on his farm.
Ryan is still torn between his 2 final ladies.
The decision is tough between the 2 girls.
They keep referencing the 2 ladies he has to choose from.
The 2 ladies that I have left.
His 2 final ladies.
Between the 2 girls. The 2 ladies that I have left. Haley, she's demanded that I be more vulnerable. You know, I don't know where she stands. I don't know if she's even gonna be here.
No. No, she's not. The only couple that makes any sense is Hunter and Megan. They're really sweet together. You can tell they actually like each other. So at least 1 happy couple came out of this. I mean, at least Landon and Ashley. I mean, Alan and Kelsey. I mean, Ryan and Sarah V.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to go further.
I feel like the show's premise only exists because of how women are often expected to integrate into a man's life fully and sacrifice individuality after marriage, while also reinforcing the incorrect mindset that women's mental and physical labor is not fiscally valuable, but is something they just owe to husbands, or in this case, random farmers. It makes no sense to me that the women in the show are being asked to work on a farm, keep a house clean, cook all the meals, and give birth to children, while the guys are being asked to work on a farm. Just that one. That's the only one. Plus, there's no incentive to be on the show. There's no money for winning, and the contestants are barely being paid for their time, which means that the only prize is getting to marry the farmer. That's like if Wheel of Fortune ended with you getting to adopt a puppy. Like, sure, that's great if you wanted that, but you didn't really need to go on a show for it. And now you have to clean up after it and feed it, and it's gonna hump your leg. And a puppy would be a handful too. Anyway, guys, it's 6:30, so I gotta go. I have farm stuff to do. Oh man, which of these perfumes do I use? I don't know anything about smelling good. If only there was a Polish media personality and businessman who licks bottles here to give me advice. Oh my god, it's a Polish media personality and businessman who licks bottles here to give me advice. Yay! This is a good thing that's happening right now. Hey guys, do you like smelling things? Do you like getting sprayed on your skin with a liquid and then sniffing that liquid and going, top-notch liquid? Then you're gonna love Jeremy Fragrance. Jeremy is not a new phenomenon. He's been on the internet way longer than I have. He's been reacted to and discussed before because people can't quite comprehend him as a person or why he does the things that he does. Jeremy Fragrance started out on YouTube as a cologne connoisseur, not a colon connoisseur. He doesn't know shit. And in the beginning, he seemed to be actually helpful. He would review colognes and compare them. Sometimes he would poll people in real life to see which one they preferred. He was literally conducting field research for noses. He had this suave, confident aura and was always wearing a freshly pressed suit. And most importantly, he only talked about fragrances.
Oat milk is the most similar to mother's milk. It smells so gorgeous. Oh, yeah!
Which makes it very convenient that his real and legal name is Jeremy Fragrance. That's such a coincidence. That's like if my name was Flawless Body and Skin and Hair and Personality, because I'm an expert in all of those things. Skip forward a few years to 2024, or don't do it. It's worse here. And recently it's been a little harder to get Jeremy to stay on topic. He does still talk about fragrances every now and then, but not as much as he does things like this. And when he does do a review, he'll start out talking about the cologne, but then by the end reveal some kind of deep secret about himself. Just like me after having 2.5 lemonade Trulies.
And the last one I don't talk so much about is Perry Alice 360 Red. I love it, man. It's the dildo of the fragrance industry.
I'm sorry, it's the what of the fragrance industry? I don't think that's necessary, Jeremy. You don't need to use that. Red. So be sure to check out the link in the description. Thank you to Bellesa Boutique for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. But the most important update in Jeremy's content and his life journey is that he is looking for a girlfriend. And no one really saw this coming. He's only vaguely alluded to it in the past.
All right, ultimately, of course, I want to have a girlfriend and a wife.
What I want is what I need to find somebody. I want a girlfriend, baby, and marry her. I'm still searching for a girlfriend. Nice.
But now it's finally time for him to find the one and settle down. Love is just in the air. And so is a lot of Dior Sauvage. But when you're a guy like Jeremy, a genuine connection can be hard to find. He's been busy. He's got his own fragrance business to run, and he found Jesus as well.
#1 fragrance icon that follows the teachings of Jesus.
People are always finding that guy. Maybe he doesn't want to be found. If he keeps hiding like that, found you.
No, I thought this was a good spot.
Just found Jesus.
And now you're tweeting it. Of course. Of course you are.
Prison.
Now everyone's gonna know where I am.
So Jeremy decided to take matters into his own hands and announced that he'd be finding his soulmate with the power of social media.
So I'm looking for a girlfriend. You must be Christian and you must be under 32. I was thinking 35, but let's say under 32.
In his announcement video, he only mentions 2 requirements for being his potential girlfriend. She has to be under 32, even though he's 35. And I can't decide if him only having 2 specifications is a bad thing or a good thing. On one hand, it seems like you'd have more requirements for someone you want to spend the rest of your life with. But on the other hand, if this is what you're posting on Instagram, I don't know if you're even allowed to have 2 of them. But as time went on, Jeremy started posting a couple more demands, like for example, that she needs to be 100% committed to him. He is looking for marriage, so that makes sense. And that she needs to be able to give birth to children, which is a weird thing to specify. What else is she gonna give birth to? Congratulations, Mr. Fragrance. The baby's here? Uh-huh. You've got a healthy 1.7 ounces of perfume on your hands. No! I knew this would happen. The lighting is different because I had to block out the sun. It was frying me and cooking me, and I'm sweating, and I had sweat in between my boobs and every part. Based on other people's videos, it looks like Jeremy responds to the women he's interested in and requests additional information from them, like their Snapchat usernames. I can't even express how big of a red flag that is. Nothing says you're ready for marriage and commitment and a family like asking a woman for her Snap. Hey, you want to communicate on the one app that makes communication disappear? If it makes you feel any better, there's also a map that shows me your location 24/7. He also seems to routinely ask them to send videos addressing him directly, probably to verify that they are who they said they were in their application.
Hi, Sophia. I asked for a video of you. Can you send me a video of you saying something like, "Hi, Jeremy"?
And once he has that information, he can move on to the more important questions, like how old are you? And are you a virgin?
And is it possible at your age that you're still a virgin, Maria? Is it possible that you are still a virgin?
Why are you asking that? Jeremy. So yeah, I want you to be able to have children. I also want you to have zero knowledge about the thing that creates children. The only way this would be appropriate for him to ask is if he is a virgin in his mid-30s. He just wants to make sure he's using skill-based matchmaking. They've got to be on the same level. Zero. Hey, do you know what you're doing? No. Good, because I fucking don't either. The way he phrases the question too somehow makes it even worse. Is it possible that at your age, 30-ish, right, that you have remained pure of soul and body? Kinda weird if you haven't, says me. I'm saying that. Me, the guy who engages in sexual activities with cologne bottles. In this one, he even takes a dig at this woman's appearance.
Hey, pretty woman with the intense teeth.
Intense teeth. Jeremy, you have incense teeth.
This is frankincense, and I will eat a bit of this.
You have no room to talk, literally, because your mouth is so full of things that you're not supposed to put in your mouth. And I really wish it was, but this isn't even the worst thing he sent to someone on Snapchat.
I gotta interrupt your video. I got totally a boner seeing your face and seeing you talk. Totally a boner in my pants, but I'm not going to show it.
What the fuck are you doing? You can't send videos like this to someone you don't know who follows you on Instagram because you're a public figure. Also, he mentions here that the video she sent him was of her simply talking, was just of her face, so this reply was completely inappropriate and uninvited. Also, I read her comments, and this girl is 18 years old. 35-year-old man, by the way. And she claims he was fully aware of that fact and even commented on it, calling her ultra young, ultra yuck, ultra ewy. I thought he was looking for someone to have a child with, not an actual child. When he said under 32, I didn't realize he meant as under 32 you can get without him risking jail time. Now we understand why he needs to spray himself with so much cologne. It's because he's a massive piece of shit. Sending videos like this appears to be a pattern for him because it is. He does it a lot.
You're so flirty, just seeing your text makes me, if I can say so, erected.
Even going as far as requesting specific pictures or videos from them.
Later, without the top that you're wearing now, would be an interesting picture, Corey.
Are we still following the teachings of Jesus Christ here, Jeremy? I don't know where he taught this. I must have missed that chapter. And on the 8th day, he said, "Thou shalt get thousands of women to add you on Snapchat so that thou can use thy influence in order to solicit nude pictures of them." Amen. And these are just the cases of him doing this that people have posted, so it's very likely that he does this all the time. But he's looking for a committed woman, guys. He said so. He said it's great when woman is dedicated to man, so that he can be dedicated to aging like a fragrant, skinned, unrefrigerated avocado. It seems like he's always been kind of weird with women based on the fan interaction videos he posts. Jeremy runs into fans a lot. It's almost like he's the one seeking them out. His thing when he runs into them is to try and guess what kind of fragrance they're wearing, and when it's a guy, it's a pretty normal interaction, but when it's not, he feels the need to make some kind of comment on their physical appearance.
Wow, what a woman. Very attractive woman. Just female Musk. Your girlfriend?
Yeah, this is my girlfriend.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it okay that I smell you real quick?
Yeah, I mean, I don't...
Basically, he can't see a woman or a girl without trying to flirt with them in some way. So it's safe to say that I have a lot of competition. I don't know what it was, okay? Maybe it's the way his hips thrust in a sporadic, irregular way, or the way he lives so dangerously on edge of the age of consent. But there is just something about him, and I can't live with the regret of never even trying. Just want it noted that I started my quest of trying to get Jeremy to fall in love with me before I figured out he's a terrible person unworthy of my time. So it's exactly like every dating experience I've ever had. And so I shot my shot. I shot my shot on Instagram, and he didn't even look at my story. I shot my shot on Instagram again. I shot so much shots that the state of Tennessee actually tried to protect my rights. But it didn't matter because Jeremy still didn't notice me. So I decided to try and play by the rules. I painstakingly crafted the perfect opening message that no man could decline and then sent it post-haste to his application email. It reads as follows. Dear Jeremy, if that is your real name. It's not, by the way. His name is Daniel. Who does that? Who says their name is something when it's actually something completely different, really, and not that at all? What kind of annoying? My name is not important, and I am a 27-year-old female. Works out semi-regularly and is fertile. Extremely fertile. I have 10 children. I'm also a virgin. Jesus is my number 1. You can be my number 2, though. I'll call you my little doo-doo. This is what I look like, and I would love to chat with you via FaceTime or Instagram. Please. And then I waited for days. I didn't even leave my desk. I've been sitting here the whole time. I've peed into every container that can hold pee, and I'm fresh out of containers. Please send help. Or Tupperware. But even after all my efforts, Jeremy didn't respond. What was I doing wrong? I checked all of his boxes. I even gave him a cute nickname. It's cute. It's adorable. The next morning, to my dismay, I saw this on Jeremy's Instagram. Who is that? That should be me. That should be my hand being awkwardly put on his face. That should be my foot being awkwardly put on his face. I felt defeated and relieved. Heartbroken. Mostly relieved. But I'll never stop trying. I'll never stop imagining the future we could have had. I'll never forget.
I'm giving up. I'm not trying to get his attention anymore.
Oh.
I don't want to date him or talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave up.
Hey guys, and welcome back to
My name is ChadChad. Not really. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I got a new shirt. I know that some of you are probably gonna be mad about this, but it's a wig. I didn't change the blue wig. I still have the blue wig. The blue wig is fine. Coraline is fine. It's all okay. I don't know if this really counts as a twinge of cringe. I'd say it's more a twinge of, please, for the love of God, stop painting your countertops. This is probably gonna be more of a reaction video. I didn't really have time to plan a video this week because my regular job, it's just been crazy over there. I was gonna say that this will be more like a laid back kind of video, but watching this stuff, there's nothing laid back about it, really. I personally renovated or started renovating a bathroom about a year ago, and I say started because I haven't finished it. Still a year later and I haven't finished it. So I am in no place to judge. But TikTok, while listening to my personal IRL conversations and my text messages, reading through those, as they do, noticed this and started pushing a lot of DIY TikToks onto my FYP. So almost a year later, TikTok was like, who would love to watch this abomination of events go down? ChadChad, stick it on there, give it to her. She'll love that. Grace's videos documenting her DIYs started showing up on my FYP like every day. And every day they became more and more like a Saw movie in that they both filled me with horror and each one was somehow worse than the last. Of course, this video was not meant in any way to make fun of Grace. I don't know anything about her as a person. This is purely to show y'all something I found on the internet. And Grace, if you happen to be watching this, I think we all know what it's like to start a DIY project and then have it just completely derail. I know what it's like anyway, and it's fine. Your videos stress me out a lot, but it's fine. So we're starting off pretty tame. It looks like they've completely painted the bathroom floors with a matte black paint since it's covering everything, including the grout. But then they tried to add this stencil, which those are pretty popular on TikTok right now. And there is something kind of wrong with this stencil. The lines are bleeding more than me on my first period after the COVID vaccine. They're really bad and no one warned us. Why would they need to tell us anything about that? Where do y'all stand on the whole stenciling tile thing? Let me know, because I'm torn on it. I feel like on one hand, I think it looks good sometimes. And then on the other hand, I feel like in the future, they'll look at it how we currently look at 80s carpet over hardwood, except it's a lot harder to peel up layers and layers of paint than it is to just pull up carpet. They're getting white paint everywhere. That looks like a footprint. You can't have your work area be on top of your project area. That's like if Da Vinci used Mona Lisa's face as his painting palette. This is the TikTok that really blew up. She started out painting the countertop, which I think it looks pretty good. She doesn't get very close to it, but it's like a speckled pattern. But right after this, she tries to Command Z the floor.
Okay, so everyone kept asking me for updates. I listened to a couple people who commented and told me to sand it. I tried that. Look, I even bought this fancy sander thing, but now all the layers are coming up.
And I think we skipped something because now the countertops are green.
Oh, and I painted the counter green, so
there's no video of that happening. I don't know what the motivation was. I thought it looked good before and she could just change the floors.
Like here, I'm trying to sand it to make it smoother.
She even paints the sink or the basin or whatever you want to call it. She painted the fuck out of it.
But I thought it looked better than the bugs, but now I'm just like, it looks like snakeskin help.
It looks so bad. This actually made my stomach drop, and it's thick too. It's so thick. It's clumpier than a 100 grand bar. Just stop trying to fix it. Quit putting more layers of green paint on top of it. If this was me, Grace, at this point, I would just move. The amount of money, and I know it's a little late, and this has probably already been said in her comments, but the amount of money spent on the initial supplies for the renovation and then the many trips back could have paid for a professional crew to come in and finish this in like a day. And then each member of the crew and their families could have gone together on an all expenses paid vacation. And I'm no chemist, but acetone, paint stripper, paint thinner, and is that acrylic paint? I'm just waiting for the TikTok where this entire room is melting in flames, which, assuming no one was injured, might be a mercy. I think the next few weeks are dedicated to her getting the green paint off the countertops, and she does. She finally does. She gets it all off and then she repaints it again with just white and it looks great. She bought the actual stick-on tiles to put on the floor and she painted the cabinets this really pretty green color that I like. So things are starting to look up, right?
Y'all, I was spraying the gloss on my cabinets. They were done. They were ready to go. Something happened with the gloss and it's like...
She has to strip the paint off the cabinets also. Every time I think it's getting better, it doesn't. I think the fact that the different colors of paint are literally everywhere is making this experience way more anxiety inducing. I mean, it makes sense because she's just gonna redo the floor anyway, but drop cloths, newspapers, I'd accept a single strip of paper towel. She does redo the floor and it looks great. And then she decided that she wants subway tile around her tub, which yeah, that would look cute. Subway tile is cute. Except she already had subway tile around the tub. So she took peel and stick subway tiles and stuck them over the actual subway tiles. It's like she's never seen her bathroom before. Sometimes it's like she looked at a completely different room when she planned this. Hey, architect person, did you finish the plans for the living room remodel? Oh yeah, totally. Here you go. Awesome. Thanks. Hang on. This is a drawing of the current living room. Yep. This is supposed to be the remodel. Yep. So we're just tearing down the current living room. Yep. Then rebuilding it. Yep. Exactly the way that it was. Yep. Okay, well, isn't that just a little pointless, though? Right, so I didn't look at the living room per se, but I did look at the pantry downstairs and just made the plans based off of that. So I think we should just go for it and cross that bridge when we get there. We are what? We're at that bridge right now. Huh. Weird.
Does anyone know why this happened to my beautiful countertop? Please, anyone? Everything was like literally perfectly fine, and then I look over and this is happening.
Huh? Oh, I'm just pulling out the gray hairs this experience has given me. She pulled the paint off the counter again. She had to peel it off again. She paints it white again. I guess she just had to use a different kind of paint.
Y'all, I'm thinking about changing the color of counters to like a deep orange. Let me know what y'all think. I don't know how I feel about this one. Like, I don't know, I feel like it would look kind of good. Like,
no, I think you should stop
touching the countertop. Just leave it the fuck alone. No orange. Just stop it. So thank God she doesn't do that. She finishes the floor and it looks amazing. After all the blood pressure spikes and anxiety this account has given me, it looks good. Honestly, this is a great example of TikTok coming together as a community and working together. Every once in a while, she'll post something like this and all the comments will just be yelling at her. She didn't do the orange countertops. I think the comments convinced her to put down the paintbrush and stop trying to change everything. And I was gonna say y'all deserve some kind of award, but I guess it was all just a calm before the DIY storm. She decided, out of all things, to paint the grout gray. She has to have like a personal vendetta against this subway tile. It kind of reminds me of Selena Gomez's list that her stepsisters leave her in another Cinderella story.
Paint the pool pink. Regrout the tile. Vacuum the driveway? This is ridiculous.
Just slapping paint on everything. And guys, she puts faux wallpaper, faux brick wallpaper next to the tub with the subway tile. I'm not mentally equipped to deal with that this week.
Does anyone have any advice on how to put wallpaper on evenly? I'm trying my hardest here, y'all. It has potential. It's gonna match that. It's gonna be a vibe, okay?
I don't think it has potential. It's faux brick wallpaper next to real subway tiles. They don't match and it makes them look even more fake. And the flooring pattern too, there's too much going on. It looks like you put Pinterest bathroom DIY into an AI and this is what it vomited out. She pulled the wallpaper off and it looks good again. Grace, it looks good. Just leave it. Don't touch it, or I swear to God. Grace seems like a really sweet, very positive person who handles all this way better than I ever could. I also love the way she responds to comments. She never really looks at quitting as an option. She just goes immediately from something not working to trying to find a way to fix it, and I really appreciate that about her. I think the universe chose the right person to test with this. I hope she gets the bathroom and the home of her dreams, and I hope she gets everything exactly the way she wants it, because after this, she definitely deserves it. I'm gonna call it there, guys, and welcome back to A Queen Job. Great. My name is ChadChad, and you're just not like other girls. All they care about is hair and makeup and shampoo and soap, and I love that you don't care about any of those things because you take my breath away. And it's great, and I love it. If you missed my last video on pick-me's, or if you just don't remember it, I don't, and I'm the one who made it. We talked about Pearl and her podcast where she rattles off a bunch of statistics and blames women for all of society's failings.
To everyone calling me a pick-me, I'd rather be a pick-me than a skip-me.
That was over 6 months ago, and she still doesn't seem to have found a high-value man yet. I don't know how you can be a booger and still not get picked, but this genre has been infiltrating the internet and actually finding big followings by posting a bunch of podcast clips where they just target a really specific audience. Someone really needs to start getting them aprons, not because they're women, but just because of all the catering that they're doing. At this point, it's impossible to tell who actually believes what they're saying and who's saying the most outlandish thing they can think of to go viral. It's like a game of Boy Who Cried Wolf, but they're crying misogyny. Women belong in the kitchen. What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It's just finances have been tough, and I'm sorry to hear that. Women don't have hobbies. Oh my God, what? I had to get a crown and insurance won't cover it. I mean, that sucks. That it really does. I'm sorry. Females shouldn't vote. Okay, you need to leave. They're gonna start withholding my paychecks. The most recent example is probably this clip.
I please my man in every way. All the ways. Wake him up. He gets to nut. Before he leaves out the door, at work, I am calling him like, come outside, it's your lunch break. It's time for you to get your nut off. When he gets home, he's getting fed. He is getting another nut.
What if everyone misunderstood this TikTok and she's actually just an extreme version of Almond Mom? He wakes up, he gets some cashews. He gets home from work, macadamias. You might even get some flax seeds at bedtime if I'm feeling kinky.
Babe, I want a burger.
You're getting flax!
And one before bed, or two if he's lucky.
Who wants this? Who genuinely is asking for this? It's too many times in one day. You would constantly be on the verge of passing out. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't want 8 nuts a day. I don't think this is a real podcast, but if it was, I just want to know who she's talking to, because this is set up like it's a solo podcast, but she's talking to somebody off camera and laughing like they're reacting to
what she's saying, but we can't see them. It's like she's holding someone hostage just off screen and forcing them to listen. I would know because that's how I film my videos. I'm just kidding. That's a funny little joke that I like to tell. It's just a joke. Anyway, back to these weird TikToks. Aren't they so weird? They're just so strange. I can't believe that they said this weird thing. That's not something that people would typically say, and so it's weird that they're doing that. Isn't that weird? And they would almost belong in like a weird Hall of Fame, you know, because it's just so weird.
I strongly believe that every single man should get off every single day. Non-negotiable. If your ass as a man and you are not making him every single day, then you are not a woman. Because hello, welcome to 2023.
It's 2023, ladies. Get with the times. Making a man your #1 priority is the next big thing. Never been done before. Heard of it? It's never been done before, so probably not. This is another thing I've seen pretty often where women threaten that if you don't keep your man happy, he'll get stolen away from you.
Somebody will keep your man happy.
But if this is what it takes to keep him around, then that might be for the best. If you don't quit your job and give up all your free time to spend 6 hours a day getting your man off, then someone else will. And that would suck really hard. Unlike you. She keeps cradling the mic in her hand for some reason, and it doesn't really matter because she's not using the mic audio and is using the camera audio.
Man should get off.
Because if she was, then it would sound like, I think men should dump their loads wherever and whenever they want. Really, City Hall, funerals, the zoo, anywhere they want, really. She has a lot of beliefs that we've heard before, like how women are essentially prizes that you claim for making a lot of money.
Guys should not chase women. They should chase money.
Why?
Because the more money you have, the more women you'll have. Like say you go to a bar.
Okay.
The cute guy in the Honda is definitely not going to get more girls than the ugly guy in the Rolls Royce. Money can do a lot more for you than a woman can.
I think this is funny because in the earlier clips, she's portraying this ideal version of a woman, then goes on to say here that even in that version, it's not enough for her to be important. You're just shitting on yourself. You're taking a giant dookie on your own head right now. What's a woman gonna do? Give you 8 nuts a day? That's not enough to deserve basic respect, okay? If you want to deserve a man, you need to physically transform into a green piece of paper and be 2.5 inches tall. This is the ideal body type, ladies. Keep up.
Because you can buy all sorts of things. What's a woman do for you? Just sits there and looks pretty? Gives every now and then? I'd rather have money if I was a guy.
If I was a guy, I wouldn't even want me. I'm kind of the worst, actually. I mean, you can't have intercourse with money, though. I've tried, and it was not very cash money. I got a bunch of paper cuts and a vicious UTI. Getting hired at jobs has to be tough when you have such a negative opinion of yourself. This has to make you just a terrible interviewee. And what makes you think you're qualified for this job? I'm not. Great. And what would you say is your greatest strength? None. I'm sorry? Oh, I said none? Oh, well then that's perfect then. Welcome to the convent, sister. Thank you, Reverend. I know she doesn't genuinely do any of this. She doesn't actually practice the advice she's giving here because she doesn't have the time. She's too busy with her regular content, which is flashing people in public and trying to pick up strangers in Walmart. Setting aside the illegal aspect of this, I don't think anyone is actually in this train. All the windows are closed, which I'm pretty sure means there's no passengers inside. So she's essentially just flashing a train. Hey Thomas, the mayor said you're running late again. Hey Gordon, tell the mayor he can go fuck. Hey boys. Oh my god. Oh look, a caboose. This is such a big risk to take for no one to see it. Imagine committing a crime like robbing a bank and then finding out that you actually robbed a hologram of a bank. It's like performing to an empty room, but then at the end you get registered as a sex offender. And then I said, no officer, that's just my wife. Anyway, you guys want to see my car? This isn't limited to trains though. She does the same thing with cars. After a few of these videos, I realized she's not actually flashing people because you can see her clothes if you pause at the right moment. But I still don't think that the people in the cars are in on it. So I'm really confused on why they're reacting the way that they are. Some of them are grinning and taking out their phones to take pictures when in reality, what's in front of them is an outfit, I guess. Something terrible just happened to me. Oh my God, it was awful. Why, what happened? What is it? I was walking through the parking lot and this lady came up to me in a trench coat and then she opened up the front and she showed me her OOTD. Oh my God. Look, there she is now. Oh my God. Stop it. Oh my God, stop. You need to stop it. This is disgusting. You need to get out of here. You should be ashamed. You can't keep getting away with this. When she's not pretending to commit crimes, she's talking to random men in grocery stores.
I said, are you a parking ticket? Because you have fine written all over you.
No, thanks.
No? Thanks? I'm not selling anything. Where are we going fishing?
What?
When I text you good night later, what number should I text?
Who are you?
They're always really confused, as anyone would be, by someone coming up to you and sticking their phone in your face. Like this? Do you like this? Do you want to go out with me? Does this make you want to nut? Do you want to nut right now? She's also saying terrible pickup lines at the same time as shoving the phone in their face, and they have no idea what she's saying. So she ends up having to say it 2 or 3 times.
Is your name Google? Is your name Google? Is your name Google? No? You have everything I'm searching for.
She has to say it so many times that I'm starting to think it's not a pickup line and she's just actually looking for someone named Google. Hey, have you seen my friend, Google? No, sorry, ma'am. Have you seen my friend? No, sorry. I've seen him. Bing. Looks like I'm your friend now. What did you do? What needed to be done? Why is my poop green? Because you have cancer. I fucking knew it. On top of the pickup line, she also does other pranky things in Walmart, like jumping out of trash cans, jumping into people's carts. She even jumps into the seat of one of these Walmart floor scrubbing machines.
Can I have a ride? Can I have a ride? Can you jump on? Dale!
Which is so fucking crazy. She could potentially get this guy fired for letting a customer hop on this machinery or cause an accident because she even grabs the steering wheel at some point. I may have cost someone their job and they may be unable to afford food, but I got 24,000 likes on TikTok, so I'd say it was worth it. But she also does this other less dangerous thing where she'll stand near somebody, pretend to be on the phone, and then talk about what they're wearing.
If I saw a guy in a striped shirt, he would be mine. Striped shirt and blue pants. It's my favorite. My favorite kind of guy.
This poor man is just trying to go home. He's trying to ignore her and she just keeps following him.
And blue shoes?
And the way she's pretending to talk to someone about them is so unnerving.
If I saw a guy in Fila shoes, I would take him home with me. Blue shorts and Fila shoes.
Sometimes it's less like she's describing a guy and more like she's describing her next meal. If I saw a guy who was wearing a gray hoodie with green shoes, I would take him home with me and cook him.
I'd slather them up in oil, pop them in the oven, 450 degrees for 3 hours. Can somebody help me, please? Jesus Christ, help!
So obviously not all of her content qualifies as pick-me behavior. She's kind of covering a lot of ground here. But I think if I had to summarize it, I would say basically everything that a creepy old man would do in a parking garage.
You want to see my banana?
It's old and it has spots.
You're old and have spots! White shoes, cargo pants, spot t-shirt, glasses. No, his family wouldn't miss him now. Got a tight little ass. Are you from IKEA?
No,
Are you from IKEA?
I'm not, no.
You're not from IKEA? Cause I could get lost in you, boy. Are you an elevator? Cause you got me floored. Did it hurt? Did it hurt?
No.
When you fell down from heaven? Did it hurt? Look at me! Do these match? Does it clash? Rate my fit! What do you think?
Oh my God.
Have another one. Oh. Are you from IKEA? No. Can I have a ride?
Get out.
No. Ride. No, get out. Give me a ride. No.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Cringe. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And I found another really cool alpha podcast. It's my alpha podcast. Every week, I'm gonna blame 100% of my problems on 50% of the population and say a bunch of words that I think make me sound smarter, but in reality have as much meaning as the final paragraph in a research paper.
Basically, the more partners a woman has, the less likely she is to have a happy marriage. And so I think that's why historically we've always protected women and tell them to not be outside of marriage, because the bond is so strong for women during We release a hormone during that men don't.
In conclusion, do not engage in the dirty and squirty. A study found that 169% of women that did the dirty and squirty before wedlock were 420% more sad, mostly because during the act, women secrete hormones glue that bonds them to their partner. It is a huge mess, so ladies, stop being such sluts. I'm just kidding. I don't have a podcast yet, but this person does. And this time it's a little different because the alpha in question is a woman.
Your thoughts on Andrew Tate?
I think he speaks a lot of truth, and a lot of women don't want to hear it. Oh, if you sleep around, that that is not attractive to guys. They don't want you to know that you age out of the dating marketplace.
So we have friendly fire. There's some espionage. It's kind of a Benedict Arnold situation. Guys, is it just me, or are the British kind of slaying right now? You're right, they're slaughtering us out there. No, I mean, they're killing it. Yes, we've lost half our men. I'm gonna switch teams. Wait, are you betraying us? Losing a war is so beta. I've been shot 5 times. I'm not gonna be on the same side as a bunch of soy boys. I've seen a bunch of stitches to her videos this past week, but had a lot of trouble finding her TikTok because apparently they keep deleting it.
They banned account number 3, but you can't get rid of me, baby! Yeah. You can't get rid of me, baby! Account number 4! Account number 4!
But her YouTube is still up and she goes by Just Pearly Things, which is kind of a weird contradiction. Imagine you're strolling on the beach with the waves crashing gently. You find a clam and you pry it open to find a beautiful, sparkling pearl. And then it starts spewing misogyny at you.
You would look so much better if you smiled more. Don't be such a beach.
The reason that I think feminism is a hate group is because oftentimes the things that they advocate for are at the cost of men.
I saw a lot of people this week labeling her as a pick-me.
And to everyone calling me a pick-me, I'd rather be a pick-me than a skip-me. So yeah. If you want to call me a pick-me, call me a pick-me. Bye.
Which, if you don't know what that means, it's basically a woman who tries to separate herself and make it clear that she's not like other girls. Because other girls suck. They wear short skirts, I wear t-shirts. And then they say mean things to me, like you can't only wear t-shirts and your genitals are showing. Like, what? If you'll look at these titles, most of them reference modern women a lot and in a negative way. Because as we all know, modern women want rights and stuff, and that's bad. Modern women blame everyone but themselves. Modern women cannot be helped. These women put men in jeopardy. Just come with me right over here.
Where are you taking me?
In jeopardy.
What is jeopardy?
Correct. The only women we like are old-fashioned ones that don't show their ankles and churn butter. She wears long skirts. I wear long skirts because it's 1775. T-shirts haven't been invented yet. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. In all of our other alpha podcasts, there's usually one who does all the talking, and then there's the other guy who's mostly there to just agree with everything the other one says. You know, like a true alpha.
Yeah.
Pearl is kind of different because she's the one who mediates this podcast, but she still manages to be a yes person somehow.
That whether a boy or girl, it's 100% your responsibility what happens in your life.
I think it's more on the girl because we have more power.
Right.
We have more power than men do in every instance. But it doesn't.
Yeah.
But no. Okay.
That's terrible.
No, sorry. You're right. You're right. Actually, you're correct. You're correct.
She'll say something and then look around, waiting for everyone else to agree and encourage her to go on.
It's like a handshake. And that's what I mean.
Kind of like a child who forgot their lines at a Christmas play. And on that night, there were 3 wise men. There were 3 wise men. And then Mary gave birth to baby Jesus.
Good, yes, go on.
And because Mary got pregnant out of wedlock, you're doing great. She has 0 societal value because men don't want females with a body count. I'm so proud of you.
We do need men, though. We do.
We don't need them.
We do. Who do you call to get your car fixed? A man or a woman?
I fix my own car.
Only men can be mechanics, everyone. Sorry. Just do a woman job, like read from iPad or be named after slimy thing a mollusk makes.
I can do. I'm most mechanics.
Your power supply. Who runs it? Who runs the infrastructure of society? Men or women?
So essentially, what she's saying is that we need the patriarchy because the patriarchy said we need the patriarchy, guys. And I mean, look at him. He seems trustworthy.
Put the rights in the bag.
Who runs the infrastructure of society? Men or women?
We know who's in charge of more things and who has been historically. That's kind of the problem. Just because you're named after the byproduct of an oyster doesn't mean you have to have the same thought process as one. Pearl initially blew up because of this TikTok, which I'm going to put a big old warning and timestamp over because if you don't want to watch this garbage, I don't blame you.
Name one girl that looks good at 300 pounds.
I don't know what 300 pounds is.
Do you think you want to keep them fat so you don't have to compete with them?
Ooh.
Lucky for you, there's a lot of girls plumping themselves up right now. I'm motivating them to get on the treadmill. Look at it.
If you love someone, you tell them the truth.
So not only is she an adult iPad kid, she's also a fat-phobic adult iPad kid.
I'm going to be talking about Whale Attack Part 2 for talking about whales. And you're still a whale. Like, I can't.
She refers to plus-size people as whales multiple times on her account because she just cannot stop thinking about the ocean. It's ingrained in her gastropod brain. She hasn't had a Krabby Patty in years, guys. Cut her some slack. She's homesick.
I said, name one girl that looks good at 300 pounds.
She uploaded a 10-minute response to everyone being reasonably upset with her. And does anyone want to guess what her defense of this clip was? You're not going to get it. It's totally original for an Alpha podcast. We've never heard anyone say this before.
On TikTok, a clip was taken of me. It was a bit out of context. You know, sometimes maybe I make fun of them a little too hard.
Oh, it's out of context. Okay, I was about to be upset and act like words have meaning or something. Hey, Alice, can I ask you something? Hey, you are so stupid and ugly. What the hell? That was literally out of context. Calm down. Okay, never mind. I think you're a stinky piece of garbage and I hope Josh leaves you at the altar. Is this still out of context? Or? Obviously, yes. What were you gonna ask me? Do you want to be my maid of honor? Oh my god. Yes, I would love to. This is so great. She's also drinking about 14 drinks during this video and keeps pausing to take sips. I guess she's dehydrated from being so salty all the time.
I don't really mind being made fun of. I feel like it's part of the game. I feel like okay.
I don't know if they're supposed to make this seem like more of a casual little vlog, but it's not translating that way. I know you're all insulting me because I insulted you first, but I could not care less. Obviously, she has low self-esteem and internalized a lot of it. Psychologically, she is constipated, but so is everyone else, okay? We're all constipated in our hearts. Just go to therapy or take a or go to therapy while you're taking a shit. And how does that make you feel? Shitty.
Like, I think if a woman cheats, she's trying to leave you. If a man cheats,
yes.
he's just like, it's like a handshake.
Yeah.
Why is the exposure turned all the way up in these clips? We need to get their editor over to the House of Dragons team. We can't see. We must insist you turn the brightness up.
You can absolutely sleep with a woman who you may find very attractive and very sexy and everything else, but your heart is still completely with another woman.
I'll explain to you like this.
Hey, I wonder if this guy has ever cheated on a partner before. Do you think he's cheated on a partner before? Because I don't think he has. Your Honor, really, when you think about it, as a man, I am biologically prone to setting that building on fire. Now, if I were a woman, then this would be arson, yes. But when I do it, it's just like lighting birthday candles.
I think women are just more emotional.
Yeah. True, yes.
Like women are more likely to wage war.
To do what? To do what?
To wage war.
How are there statistics for things that haven't happened, Pearl? You can't just be like, well, I know this technically hasn't happened, but if it did, this is definitively how it would.
Like percentage-wise. Like I know more men have because more men have been in power, but women are actually more likely to do it when they're in power.
What percentages? You can't just scientifically back a hypothetical. Let's take your theory and apply it to this diagram here. So first, identify the problem, women, obviously. Number 2, collect data. This one's a little difficult because you don't fucking have any. And 3, create a hypothesis. So, do women start wars? Have women worn wars? Then will women wear wars?
Like, I feel like a lot of problems would be solved if we got rid of birth control and social media.
What do you think is the biggest challenge for women when it comes to social media and what they see on a daily basis?
I think it inflates like women's ego. So like I think a lot of times we think we're hotter than we are.
I don't know if they don't have Wi-Fi in Bikini Bottom, but this is famously the opposite effect of social media. Are you saying that you scroll through Instagram just thinking to yourself, you know, I was feeling pretty self-conscious, but now that I've seen all of these unattainable beauty standards, I'm feeling a lot better.
I think it inflates like women's ego.
No matter what they're saying, they use this same sad piano track in the background of every YouTube short.
I think that modern women are impacted and influenced.
And they don't even pay for it. You can hear the watermark playing over and over and over.
It's influenced.
You guys can afford 21,000 microphones, but not a single copyright-free track. Women can camouflage their entire bodies like chameleons, and they communicate with satellite dishes that pop out of their... And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna repeat the same thing, but with Piano Sonata No. 9 in F major. women can camouflage their entire bodies.
The modern woman is a walking contradiction. Generally narcissists, and they are the first women in, I think, probably most of history that they tend to destroy what they love and chase what they hate.
Are we certain that you're describing women and not one of the villains from Scooby-Doo? And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling alphas with their sure SM7Bs. Thank you.
They have a number of things they want, but generally I think the modern woman doesn't want to love. I think the modern woman wants to feel more than anything.
She doesn't want to love, she wants to feel, because love isn't a feeling anymore, I guess. I like how they talk about women as if they're an entirely different species. Even Pearl, they act like they have women in glass cages that they've been studying.
Test subject 3008 is still maintaining the sleep schedule of an anxious barn owl. Subject constantly complains about recurring sharp pain in random parts of body, but would rather tempt death than drive to a doctor's office. Subject also continues to eat a bowl of birth control and milk every morning while reciting some sort of ritualistic chant.
I mean, virtually all women in the Western world now, under a certain age, are modern women to various degrees.
Modern women are feminists. I guess he's explaining how women are feminists.
Some adopt it all wholesale, some are more resistant, but overall, it's influenced and permeated through society over the last few decades.
Did you say permeated? Are you making mead? Virtually all women in society are women in society to various degrees. And I tend to believe that women are kind of fermented in their spirits, and keeping this in mind as such.
Is this a filibuster?
Guys, no, come on, I hardly know her.
He's happier in his relationship when he's had 8 or 9.
Yeah, I attest to that. I think the more women I work with, the more I've worked out what it is I want and what I don't want. It left me in a position where I knew exactly what I wanted, what was completely non-negotiable.
So essentially you have a love life and it helps you understand what you like or don't like in bed, and eventually it helps you understand what you're looking for in a partner and leads to long-term happiness in a relationship. If you're a guy, sorry, did you think I was, no. If you're not a guy, you lose 25% of your value every time a dick passes you in the street.
Usually in a time of crisis, that's when our natural selves come out.
That's why when crisis hits, women start to do household chores.
The other guys face consequences for their decisions. Like, that's the whole point, is like, like men, when they make a bad decision, they always have a consequence. Women don't.
This is also true. My period started yesterday, so I waged war on France. I just told them that my tummy hurt, and they forgave me.
And that's why women are worse, because one gender has consequences, one doesn't.
And that's why women are worse.
You're not supposed to say that part out loud, Pearl. You're supposed to at least pretend you're not a terrible person. You're not playing by the alpha rules. Well, sorry, I forgot. We have no consequences, so it doesn't, I guess the alpha rules don't apply to us.
Men, when they make a bad decision, they have the consequence immediately, where women don't.
So this has honestly been really freeing, guys. All this time, I've been trying to be a good person and do nice things for people when I could have been doing whatever I want, which is bad things, bad things, bad things, bad things, bad things. That. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Here you are, sir. 1 macchiato, no espresso, no steamed milk, and no foam. Yes, great. Thank you. Excuse me? Yeah? Yeah, so you look really poor, and I'm not vibing with that, so could you hurry it up? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really affecting me emotionally how without money you seem to be. Hey, don't talk to him like that. Why not? Because it's not right. Yes! Thank you. Because he could be super rich. Wait, what? No way. Look at him. Don't judge people based on appearance, okay? He may look like a stupid, disgusting, smelly, poor person, but he could actually be a billionaire. Oh my god, you're right. I'm So sorry, sir. You're a billionaire? Can I just have my drink, please? There for more 10 for sponsoring this video. So I was right? You're a billionaire? No, I'm not. I work in a lumber store down the street. Get out. I can't believe I was nice to you for no reason. Get out of my coffee shop. Go. Okay, get out. All right, get out. Leave. Going. You disgust us. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And listen, I know that Darman has been kind of exhausted as a commentary subject on YouTube. I think basically every bigger YouTuber has done a video on him at some point. For that reason, I've never really been interested in making a video on him, so I never got to watch his content for myself. You know, I missed out on that, and it made me really, really sad. So imagine my sweet relief when I learned that none other than Trisha Paytas would be replacing him. Filling that deep void in my heart. If you're not up to date, Trisha Paytas has been in some controversy recently. I know it's shocking. If you need to pause the video to deal with that information, I totally understand. Hey, it's post-filming, Chad. I just realized that I forgot to mention while I was recording that before I watched these TikToks or planned on making this video, I thought Trisha only went by they, them pronouns. But then when I went to their TikTok profile, I saw that she also goes by she, her. So if you hear me use those to refer to Trisha during this video, I just didn't want anybody to think that I'm being an asshole. Okay, all right, thank you. Love you, bye. I never watched the Frenemies podcast, so I can't really tell you what happened there. All I can tell you is that they left the podcast and people seem to be a little upset over it. Now whenever I see any of Trisha's TikToks, the comments are almost entirely negative and demanding an apology on behalf of Ethan, the other person from the podcast, which makes me think that this is like a business move where they're like, hey, stop talking about this over here, this not good thing that I did. And look, what's that over there, this that I'm doing right now, this crazy weird thing. Isn't that crazy? Only talk about this from now on.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to stop this so quickly. He's already looking at you. Why are you yelling excuse me at him while he's standing directly in front of you and making eye contact?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yes. Excuse me. Yes, how can I help you?
Excuse me. Hi, I asked for butter. This is plain.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me fix this for you.
What are you doing? I asked for butter. Don't dump it out.
Health code violation. This is how you know no one involved in the production of this has worked in the food service. You can't take popcorn from someone else's hands and put it back in with the rest of the popcorn. You have no idea what they did with that while they had it. They could have shoved their hand in between their ass cheeks and then sprinkled cubes on the kernels. It only takes like 10 seconds max to do that. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me any questions about what I just said.
Do you even speak English?
I make it fresh. I make new one for you.
Fine, whatever. What country are you even from?
Oh, I'm actually from...
Can you go faster?
The quietness of this set is off-putting to me. Like, I know that this is just someone's basement with a black backdrop and a single popcorn machine, but you still need to sell me on this, okay? You need an obnoxiously loud TV playing the same 3 previews on repeat, a kid crying because they couldn't get the $24 Skittles, a mom and dad crying because they have a kid who cries over not getting $24 Skittles, the sound of a car as the mom and dad leave the kid behind at the movie theater.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, I've been wanting to see You Don't Know the Blowhorn for this long too, but this guy literally is from a foreign country, doesn't even know popcorn. Is it almost finished?
Yes, so sorry. I'm
Thank you.
so sorry.
Thank you.
They couldn't edit in the notification. They had to personally voice it. Ding. And it's not even the right one. It's supposed to be a phone call, but it's a single ding. I feel like if you're gonna make your own sound effects, you should make it more interesting than the regular notification would have been. Ding! Oh wow, someone actually texted you. Wow, look at that. Ding! Someone's calling you. Oh look, it's just your mom again. Ding, ding, ding! Someone's texting you back, and it's not the girl that you quadruple texted last night while you were drinking. So good luck dealing with the emotional toll of that while you're working today for 12 hours.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Here, let me give you this from me. I'm so sorry.
From you? Does your manager know you're stealing? Oh, look what you made me do. Why did you even hand me all that food?
Let me help.
No, stop. No hablo, help me, por favor.
You know what? He is such a great guy who is doing zero wrong here and is being super nice despite being mistreated. And they're an awful person and saying mean things for no reason. There is only good and evil in this world. Middle ground, it doesn't exist. Gray areas don't exist either. Get that out of your head. Okay, so this carries on into the next TikTok. They're watching the movie. The employee sneaks up and scares them. Turns out he's trying to return her wallet, which is of course unacceptable. And she threatens to call the police on him because because he's trying to steal the wallet, which makes sense because why else would you try and return it if not to steal it? Because that's definitely how you steal things. That's how stealing works. They tell him to bug off. They're really into this movie and they can't be bothered with this right now. And he exits sadly while remaining the nicest and most passive person in the world. But then she posted part 3 and I'm confused on if it's supposed to be like a prequel because it takes place before they meet the employee.
A new Robbie Hart movie? I have to call all my friends. We are going tonight. Ding. Yeah, it's so crazy they made a sequel. I can't wait to see it. Dang. What is this? You guys have trays now? That's so cool.
Did they not have trays before? How were they serving nachos in the theater? I wouldn't know. I'm too broke to eat theater food. I take the cheese and the chips from home actually, and I put them in a tampon box in my purse in case I get peckish. It's actually really nice because then you can shake the box and get a nice even coating on all the chips. Plus the discreet packaging is great and it's leak proof.
Oh my God, these trays are genius. Nothing spills. Whoever invented these trays must be so genius.
Hey, I wonder if that's foreshadowing. Do you think it's foreshadowing? Because I don't think it is. I just think that they really like plastic trays and have a deep respect for the creative processes behind inventing
plastic trays.
Hush. That guy looks so familiar.
I'm really confused. I thought that this was like a prequel. I thought this was before they went to the movie theater and berated the employee, but then she recognizes him on screen. So I guess that this is like a sequel to that movie and some time has passed. That is literally correct. I'm just stupid. Or this is before, like I said, and then this is just after they got the popcorn, were still hungry, went back, got nachos, came back, recognized the employee, sat down. Trisha, none of this would have happened if you just used my method for nachos. Then you would have already had them on hand. And I mean actually on your hand. It can get a little messy with that method, so be sure to stash napkins if you do this.
God, the movie was so good. Wow, let me call you back. You look so familiar. This is gonna sound crazy, but you look just like the guy in the movie I just saw.
Oh, let me guess. You don't know the Blowhorn too?
Yes, it is you.
Robbie Hart, he wanted somebody with authenticity. So when he came to my job, he saw me working there and he got me for this role.
Work? You have a job?
Well, you know, I just did it for research.
Research on what?
I just got these samples.
You stole those.
No, wait, I invented this.
He needed to research by actually working at a movie theater so that he could invent plastic trays. He had to witness the atrocities of nacho cheese spills firsthand. There was no other way. One can't really describe that, you know? That feeling of nacho cheese spilling onto your favorite pair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. You're gonna have to see for yourself. By working in a movie theater.
I guess you must have made millions, huh?
Yeah, but, you know, I donated. I wanted to help my country.
What? Why would you? Oh, because you made millions doing the movie with Robbie Hart.
Well, no, that was just for fun.
This is the most thoughtful, kind-hearted person in the universe, okay? He invented something to keep us safe from the blight known as nacho cheese spills, and he acted in the world's greatest movie, pro bono, just to bring smiles to the little people like you and me. I wonder if he's still rich somehow, though. No. Impossible.
So, how do you drive this car? Probably a lease.
No, Mr. Radari is my dad.
Mr. Radari, as in the inventor of Radari flying cars?
So he's still rich. I can't believe Trisha would accidentally be mean to a rich person. I mean, if he had actually been a movie theater employee, I wouldn't give a shit. But he's rich, Trisha, so it's extra mean.
Oh, God. Wait, do you want to go for a ride sometime?
I can't hear you, what?
Do you want to hang out sometime?
Sorry, no English.
Oh, shit. Burn, dude. If she had just been nicer to a stranger, she could be riding in a sick car right now. So the moral of this story, kids, is to treat people who you think have the potential to be rich with kindness, because it might benefit you financially in the future. Oh, and also people don't really work at movie theaters. They're just doing research. Or their parents left them there at 3 years old because they cried over Skittles. Unfortunately, that is the end of this series, but there was another one that they posted on their TikTok account that's since been deleted. But let me me know if you liked this video and would possibly be interested in seeing one on those, because this was a fun kind of video to make. I didn't really have to use my brain at all, but I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Uh-oh, guys, I'm in the closet. During Pride Month, too? That's messed up. Fine, we can look at it one more time, since you insist. Since you insisted. Hey guys, today we're talking about men who kick balls and men whose balls we'd like to kick. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad. Not really. And imagine you're a hardworking woman. If you're already a hardworking woman, you can just sit there. You've done enough. Now imagine you've dedicated years to your education, countless sleepless nights and energy drinks, all while working a job, or 2 maybe, or maybe even 3. Who knows? Everything sucks right now, but it was all worth it because today it's finally over. You've done it. Your friends and family surround you, beaming with pride as you toss your cap in the air and celebrate one of the biggest achievements of your life. And then a guy gets on stage and says this.
I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now, about to cross this stage, and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world.
If you don't know who this is, lucky, this is Harrison Butker, and he is a kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. More like Kansas Shitty Chiefs, am I right?
Haha, good one, ChadChad. Up top. Oh god, ChadChad. No, don't.
If you don't know who they are Taylor Swift's football team, and if you don't know what football is, figure it out. I can't hold your hand through all of this. Harrison was invited to be the speaker at a graduation ceremony where he decided not to stick to the status quo. No, no, no. No, no, no. Stick to the status quo. Did you hear that run? I've got runs. I have the runs. Instead of using his time to inspire graduates or congratulate them on all their hard work, Harrison decided to use his time to complain about things that bother him. And the first thing that bothers him, apparently, is women having careers. And thank goodness he was here to save these women from the diabolical lies such as, hey, if you want to have a job, you can. The true diabolical lies at college are typically more like, this will get you a higher paying salary. You're gonna remember a single vocab word from your 4 semesters of Spanish. Harrison took this opportunity to address women and women only. He doesn't mention the importance of child rearing to the male graduates and brushes off their achievements as being kind of a pit stop on their way to becoming wives. And this might be one of the most inappropriate places to do that ever. The best time to try and tell women what they should be doing with their lives is never, but the worst time is when they're actively doing what they want to do with their lives. They're currently making an achievement toward their career, and you chose this one right now to talk about how they should be getting married. Maybe take a break from the balls and kick rocks for a minute instead, maybe. No, this is not a meet and greet. Everybody's got to come in and say hi. Unless you have anything to say.
I'll talk to Harrison all year long, man. I just let him do his thing.
I'll talk to him. Go say hello. It's not like in the lunchroom. You say hi in the lunchroom?
No, we sit right beside each other in team meeting, and I don't say one word to him. Only before the season and after the season. That's the only time I talk to him.
I think this is just a variation of the podcast effect where something takes hold of some guys the second they touch a microphone. It's like they've never spoken out loud before and they need to get it all out in that moment while they have the opportunity. All right, thank you. Thank you all for being here at my wedding or baby shower, I don't know. Anyway, this reminds me of how much I hate chunky peanut butter. If I wanted to eat peanuts, I just eat peanuts. Honey, could you talk about our love, maybe? This reminds me of how much I would love for women to never speak again. He makes a comment about how his wife's life didn't begin until she married him.
I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother.
Which makes it sound like women are mindless NPCs just hovering in a market somewhere until you propose to them with a mermaid pendant.
I need Harrison Butker to know that I love my kids, I love my husband, but my life ended when I had them.
It's pretty conceited, I think, to imply that your wife's life didn't exist until she was legally bound to you. Before we got married, before my wife had the opportunity of marrying me, she was hovering in this dark plane of incommunicable nothingness. Oh, where is my husband? Won't anyone wed me so I can see the skibbity toilet and taste the watermelon ice disposable vape?
I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker.
After telling us how talented he is, he attributes his success to the fact that his wife is a homemaker and primary educator of their children.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
It's fine, I don't care. And I've noticed that a lot of husbands like this don't bring up being a homemaker unless it has to do with them and their own success. It's almost as if what they appreciate most about their wife's hard work is the fact that it's helping them do the actually important hard work. The important man job, career man, work stuff, sport stuff, important stuff.
Well, I've just gone and had a little observe of his Instagram, and are you noticing anything? And when I say anything, particularly, are you noticing said wife, mother of his children, in a single post?
It's not so much I'm proud of her for what she's accomplishing, it's more I'm proud of her for what she's helping me accomplish. Me, the man who does the man job, sports stuff, work stuff, important stuff. But what she's doing is also work. You two just have different jobs. Except hers is raising future members of society and yours is kicking a ball between two sticks. Sometimes, in Harrison's case.
And Bucker is hooking and hits the post for the lead. No good.
He doesn't stop there, though. He goes on to bring up every political qualm he has, such as reproductive rights, IVF, and degenerate cultural values. I wonder what cultural values he's talking about. Probably objectively bad ones. Probably, right? Probably bad ones.
I am certain the reporters at the AP could not have imagined that their attempt to rebuke and embarrass places and people like those here at Benedictine wouldn't be met with anger, but instead met with excitement and pride. Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it.
And during Pride Month, Mr. Butt? During Pride Month, Mr. Posterior? I'm just kidding, I'm behind, so this actually happened last month in May, which makes it perfectly fine. I kind of get it, though. He and a group of very sweaty men do play with balls every day, so he has to take a solid stance. Homophobia is the only option. I'm always saying this. I've always said that about homophobia, and that I've always said that about that stuff, and I always will. The thing is, he doesn't even go into detail about pride or what he finds wrong with it. He just throws it in there to make sure we know he doesn't like it. Just a quick little on the way kind of thing. All right, can I get you any extra sauce? You're gonna burn in hell for all of eternity. You know that? So that's a no on the sauce then? No. Can I get some honey mustard, please? Here you go. Thank you. And fuck you. He also mentions Congress just passed a bill that will put you in jail for bringing up the Bible.
The world around us says that we should keep our beliefs to ourselves whenever they go against the tyranny of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We fear speaking truth because now, unfortunately, truth is in the minority. Congress just passed a bill where stating something as basic as the biblical teaching of who killed Jesus could land you in jail.
Where? Guys, we're in the minority. Guys, they want to put us rich white men in jail. Nobody likes rich white men anymore, guys. What are we gonna do? This entire speech feels like he doesn't know where he was gonna be giving it. It's like someone told him he was preparing for a presidential debate or something. And for my first act as president, I'll be making every man grow a beard like this, like I have.
And you can't tell men what to do with their face. That's ridiculous.
Well, can I at least tell women what to do with their ovaries?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
My name is Mr. Butt, and I approve this message. People started wondering about the process of inviting Harrison as a speaker and why no one reviewed his speech beforehand. And I was wondering that too until I realized that this speech was being given at Benedictine College, which is a private religious school in Kansas.
You also have to keep in mind this was at a Catholic and conservative college. So a lot of the men were like, yeah.
Not only did it seem to get little to no negative feedback from the crowd, it apparently received a standing ovation.
Some of us did boo. Me and my roommate definitely did. There was a standing ovation from everyone in the room, except from me, my roommate, and about 10 to 15 other women.
I still have no clue why he specifically was asked to speak. He didn't attend this college, he was never a student, and he even admits himself at the beginning of his speech that he's not a professional speaker.
And I felt that one graduation speech was more than enough. especially for someone who isn't a professional speaker.
Which is true, but maybe don't start your speech by letting us know how unqualified you are to be giving it. Doesn't exactly instill confidence. I'm no professional doctor. I'm no professional nurse either, all right? I'm no registered anything. I'm not registered or qualified to do anything, just so you know, just putting that out there. Maybe someone else should do my catheter insertion then. Once clips of the speech got out, people started sharing their thoughts about it on TikTok.
It is a crazy day when a football player that kicks a ball for a living is saying a speech at a college and telling women, you mean nothing? Your life means nothing until you get married and have kids. In front of women that have spent years working hard to achieve this amazing achievement.
32,509 signatures is crazy work, especially within the span of 2 days.
It is honestly beyond comprehension to understand how in 2024 a man could get up on a stage and say that a woman's life is only meant for marriage and having babies. Absolutely insane.
And for the most part, people were in agreement that this wasn't the most encouraging speech you could give to women. The women. But of course, you know what they say, behind every loud-spoken misogynistic man, there is a loud-spoken misogynistic Brett Cooper.
With a college degree and a career and no children yet, I can confidently say that Harrison Butker is right. And there is nothing wrong with a man in tears celebrating his wife and thanking her for the sacrifices that she makes every single day for their family and their children, and the sacrifices that every mother around the world makes for her family.
No one is saying it's wrong for him to thank his wife. He basically told a crowd full of women that they shouldn't be doing what they're currently doing. He claimed they'd been fed lies by choosing to pursue a career. Mr. Posterior's wife is allowed to do whatever she wants, and the female graduates in this room are allowed to do whatever they want without some football guy dude trying to convince them otherwise.
And it's not wrong to acknowledge that millions of women around the world desperately want that. Want to be a homemaker.
Are the millions of women with us in this one room at Benedictine College? We're not talking about women who want to have a family and don't want to go to college. That's a completely different demographic. Not to say that some women at this graduation don't want to have a family. I'm sure plenty of them do. But the fact that the only address to women he makes during this entire graduation ceremony is to brush off their accomplishments and basically say it means nothing in comparison to their wifely duties. Boo. Tomato. Tomato, potato, tomato, potato. I don't know what we expected though. He does have the literal word but in his name. Anything that comes out of him is gonna be shit. For some reason, people like Harrison believe it's women's innate desire to get married, and if they don't, they're denying themselves and are deep down very miserable. Not me though. Deep down, I am nothing. I have no thoughts. I don't actually exist yet, so I'm sorry. Let me just... Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And we need to talk, okay? Come closer, 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 closer. Stressed out. Personal things and then life in general, the state of the world. And you're stressed too. Like, it's a fact. We're all stressed out. And it's okay to take it easy on yourself when you feel like that, which is what I'm doing today, which is why there's no green screen intro to this video, which is why we're watching something that I want to watch today and not awful, horrible, nightmarish TikToks that were probably made by someone problematic. And when I say want to watch, I mean want to laugh at, not with. If you have a TikTok account or literally any account, you have seen ads for this movie, okay? It's because they know that no one wants to watch this. Like, we know how it ends. Everyone knows how it ends.
Ain't nobody gotta tell you what you gotta do.
Jeffrey Bezos thought that he could make us want to watch a movie with James Corden as a mouse. I think he plays a mouse. I hope he doesn't. I can't handle that today.
Let's get
But he thought if he put enough money into it, it would make us want to watch it.
Vivian's daughters. The obnoxious Malvolia and the self-absorbed Nerissa. She cried.
I'm honestly surprised she's not played by that woman who plays a stepsister in like every movie she acts in. She was in Ella Enchanted. It's her thing, it's her niche. If you say niche, you're wrong. She's very chipper for someone who lives in servitude. So far, the music isn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's less, okay, I wasn't a theater kid, so don't yell at me if I get the technical terms wrong. But the previews that I saw, it didn't sound right. Like it was just a little off. I don't know if it was the harmonies. But now that I'm seeing this, I'm beginning to conjure a theory where they saw how good movies like the Addison Rae movie, the Kissing Booth series, they saw how good those were doing from people just watching it to make fun of it, like I'm doing right now, that I'm actively contributing to. I don't care, okay? Because I'm sad.
Smashed it! Perfectamundo.
James Corden is a mouse. That's my last straw. I'm turning this off. All right, bye. I just realized that this video has like a 99% chance of getting demonetized. Totally thought that this whole time they were saying River Nation. Fire.
Fire.
Water.
Water.
River. River. 4 minutes in and we're still singing. There hasn't been a single line of dialogue. Just updating you.
Oh, you're in. Good morning, Ella.
Mr. Cecil.
Mr. Cecil.
Freshly picked from the farm. Parsnips.
And a parsnip in a pear tree.
And I feel my fist staring at me.
Okay, this is the song. This is the song that I heard.
I'm gonna be the sun and just teleport to be wrong.
This is technical stuff, but the camera hasn't moved in like 20 seconds, so it's kind of boring to watch. Still hasn't moved. Still hasn't moved. Still hasn't moved. Oh my god. Okay, it finally moved. Holy.
I can't see her now and then. Wanna know what I could be.
Dresses by Ella. She should have called it Dressella. Dresserella? I don't.
Cause you knew all along in her head.
Okay, which are the prince? All of them? All princes? How many princes are there?
36.
You spent 3 whole days drinking and fox hunting.
That was a lot of hard work. Now, you try tracking a fox when drunk. It's impossible.
No, it isn't.
You did.
Do not hit me.
Ah, he's very mature. Totally ready for marriage.
You'll dance, you'll be charming, you shall find a bride.
No. Dancing at these things is so mannered and formal. We look like fools.
Why is he so mad over a ball? Like, it's just dancing. There's probably some punch. Just calm down.
I expect you to look sharp for the changing of the guard.
Grab your things, try not to make us late. The changing of the guard waits for no one.
What is the changing of the guard? And why does everyone need to be there when it happens? I imagine that would be embarrassing for him. It seems like they're following the Ella Enchanted format a lot more than like the classic Cinderellas. And I am not happy about it, okay? Don't f with Ella Enchanted. There's nothing to be improved upon there. That was a great film.
Can anybody?
You are not gonna do... You can't do this better than Anne did. I work hard. Are we supposed to like the prince? Because so far he's just annoying. Like he seems really spoiled. She is not gonna climb that statue. Why does she care anything about this? Why did she even come? She could have stayed home and sewed.
Get off my dad!
Why? Why would she do that? I don't understand. Why does everybody want to see the guard naked? It makes no sense.
It's just really hard to see in the back. Might I suggest you put some bleachers back there? Give us short peasants a chance? I hereby decree all short peasants shall be pardoned by the king.
Get down now!
Ooh, bird poo.
He just... this video is gonna get demonetized anyway, but he just released upon watching her descend from that statue because her joke was so funny that it made him himself.
Deep down, you need me to be king. What a black mark it'll be on your name if I don't continue the line. So what option do you really have?
I wonder if at the end of this, he's going to give up his chance at being king and his sister is going to take the throne instead. If I'm wrong, I'll just not put this in the video.
I'm going home. Talking to a stranger.
I'll take it.
Take what?
The dress. I'll buy it. I mean, the brooch alone.
Oh, that was my mother's. I never knew her, but I want to believe she'd rather me have my dreams than her brooch, so.
I'll pay triple what you're asking.
There you go, guys. If you want a girl to be interested in you, just buy her affection. It works every time.
So does this mean you're not coming to the ball?
No way. I mean, the whole thing is weird and antiquated. Not my thing.
Of course she's not into any of that. She's different, okay? She's not like other girls. She sews and she talks to mice.
There will be guests there from all over the world. Open-minded people with cash to spare. No, I know them. I can introduce you if you like.
Why would you do that? Why is she not asking, how do you know these people? You're clearly a pirate popper.
Why would you do that? I mean, you just met me.
Let's just say, I know what it feels like to not quite fit into the crate you were born into.
Oh yeah, well, I'm sure life was very hard for you. What is the prince's name? I'm just gonna call him Prince. I'm sure it's rough being born into wealth and now your daddy wants you to marry another hot and wealthy person. That sounds terrible. I sleep in dirt in a basement, but that sounds awful. But again, we could be something for real. Oh, yeah. No, that's wrong. This is another cover song, and usually I wouldn't mind that, but it's like you're already copying a concept from a movie. Do you also have to use other people's songs? Like, what part of this is yours? Like this is anything shocking because happens a lot, but I'm so bored. Can something happen? Can we just, if I wanted to listen to cover songs, I would just watch Pentatonic's videos.
Sorry, ma'am.
Did she just dab the mannequin in the tit? Was she trying to like high five, but she forgot which end of her arm is which? Hey man, nice job. Thanks, man. Oh, why would you do this?
Please, stepmother, I have to go. My future depends on it. I spent weeks making this dress so that I could show women from all over the world that
She was so looking forward to that ball.
It's a shame.
Absolutely devastating.
Okay, but she had like 8 million dresses in that basement. She could have just run and grabbed another one and then like hopped on top of their carriage. No fairy god person required.
Yes! Now this is how you make an entrance! Allow me to introduce myself.
I am the narrator for this movie who only talks at the beginning and the end.
Oh, no. That design is pure fantasy. I don't even know if it's possible.
Hush! Bro, they have magic. How are you gonna watch somebody transform from a butterfly into a living, breathing person and then question whether or not they can make this dress come to life from a piece of paper? Use your critical thinking skills, Cinderella, or obviously we are not bound by the laws of realism right now.
Wow, they're beautiful. They're glass.
Hey, while you're at it, I don't suppose you could like construct me a shop from which I can sell my dresses, you know, just my #1 dream, and also maybe fix my living situation so I'm not verbally berated by my stepmother. No, just glass slippers? Okay, got it. Don't be a cover song, I swear to God. It's another cover song. Ooh, now we're transitioning into another cover song. I might actually cry.
Where did you get that dress? It's so structured and yet so delicate and beautiful.
Me did. It's what I done. What I hoped.
What? Just answer the question.
First, I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here.
Does this person have 3 peas in a pod on their head? So this person has a leaf of iceberg lettuce, and then this person has 3 peas in a pod. Where's the one wearing a crouton?
I'm looking for someone to travel with me to enliven my wardrobe. We will meet tomorrow when the clock strikes 4.
But she's not gonna recognize her whenever they meet up to start this trip or whatever. She's gonna be a completely different person.
We haven't seen all of the dresses. Gwendolyn.
I don't know, it kind of pales in comparison to the 3 peas in a pod dress. Actually, a lot of these dresses are pretty intricate. So, and this one is just, it's not wowing me. Something is missing. I think it wasn't made by enough mice.
Care to talk alone somewhere?
Lead the way. What's it like being a crate? Like, this has got to be a step up, right?
That was the single funniest line in this entire movie. That one was good, okay? It's not enough to make up for the rest of this movie, but good job.
So this is the fountain.
Oh. Did they write lines for these people? Or did they just like put them in these costumes and then went, there you go. Actually, you know what? You can describe the set pieces if you want. That's the fountain. That is the cameraman. And over there, that is the writer.
That's an empty chair.
Yeah, no one wrote this movie.
Oh.
It's Cinderella.
Sorry, my bad.
Obviously.
Oh my God. Are you gonna play something on the piano just for me?
I swear to God, if you sing another cover song, Prince, I will beat the shit out of you. I'm not joking. Don't do it. Don't sing.
You in line to be our future king?
Oh, it's a bad system. My only qualification being that my dad was one.
Yeah, the system's like, it's so corrupt, you know? Like the whole situation with you like being a woman sucks, dude. That's why I got this hoop earring, so. You're welcome.
I would make sure that you were dressed by the finest dressmakers in all the land.
I'm a dressmaker.
I know, there's just no one else in this world I'd rather be with than you.
Robert, stop.
Robert! That's his name. Is that the first time I've heard his name said in this movie? It's the first time I've noticed it. His name is Robert. Good old Robbie, Prince Bob. Prince Bob. Don't cry.
I found
Oh my God. Stop.
What time is it?
It's midnight.
I have to go.
Wait!
This movie still has 40 minutes left. How? She just has to try on a shoe.
This way.
Okay, wait.
This way.
Wait, so what's happening here?
Thank you so much. I'll never forget this.
Neither will I.
You guys have known each other for a day.
I feel all tingly, like I'm gonna...
No, I'm feeling tingly. I don't want to go.
That was so disgusting to look at. I wish I'd never seen it, but I'm so tired of watching this movie that I don't have the energy to react. So
I've never shared this with anyone before, but I used to play piano. You may think me cruel. The real cruelty would be for me to allow you to think that you can be something you can't.
So what you're saying is that she should just let it go.
It never occurred to me that I could choose the course of my own life. I don't have to be king. It is not what I want anymore.
I called it. Did I call it? I think I called it.
Feels like that was so long ago.
What's happening?
Gwen, my darling girl, I hereby place you first in line to inherit the crown.
Also called that, I think. I'm so sure that I did. She doesn't know how to wait.
Ella, I believe this belongs to you. My mother's brooch.
Yeah, I pulled it off of this hideous dress that my brother Prince Bob got for me. Anyway, here you go.
Enjoy.
So, not as bad as I thought it would be, but still not good. Let's say your mom made spaghetti one week and you're like, oh cool. And then the next week she makes spaghetti again. We're still on this, but that's fine. We still like spaghetti. Spaghetti is good. And then she makes spaghetti every night for the rest of your life. And you're like, okay, well, I kind of hate spaghetti now. Y'all can let me know what you thought in the comments, but I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, my name is ChadChad. And this is where the magic happens. The Etsy magic. If there's one thing I've learned in my time on Earth, is that things don't always go how we want them to. And when that happens, there's only so much you can do. You can go to therapy, join a pickleball league, or as I've recently learned, you can go to Etsy.com and pay a witch to make things go your way. I've started getting a lot of spiritual TikToks on my feed recently. Some are just your typical tarot readings that usually go like, I'm seeing that a sexy Libra wants to date you, and also you're about to win $10 million. And that's clearly insane. I would never date a Libra. But I've also been getting TikToks where people have decided to use the spiritual realm for their own advantage.
Me acting like he's crazy for texting me saying he misses me even though I paid a random witch on Etsy $5 to put a spell on him.
A new life hack on TikTok is enlisting the help of witches on Etsy in order to get whatever you want, basically. If you want your ex to come crawling back, if you want your situationship to text you more often, just put a spell on them. Because if there's any guy worth pursuing, it's one that requires supernatural forces to want to talk to you. And this is nothing new, it's a tale as old as time. We'll go to great lengths for love, even if it means buying a spell to get it. But now instead of having to promise your firstborn child, just send him a little cash app. For only $19.99, you too can get a guy named Daryl to call you 20 times in 2 minutes. I've gotten a pretty similar result by not paying my credit card bill, but that guy's name is Capital One. Personally, I really like the idea of being able to get powerful magic from the same place you'd get a resin keychain. Welcome, traveler. Browse my wares. Could I interest you in handmade earrings that were definitely not dropship, or perhaps an incantation that turns all who have wronged you into dust? I also have cheats. So after seeing so many success stories, I was curious. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Maybe there's an Etsy spell that can make the months November through February disappear, so I don't have to live through them. Or if there's a spell to make someone call you more, maybe there's a spell that can make Capital One stop calling me. That guy is obsessed with me. It's honestly really embarrassing for him. So I decided to do some shopping. Some Etsy shopping. Okay, we're gonna try and find some Etsy spells that are gonna help us find love. Maybe some spells that are gonna make us look really good and give us a jawline. But someone who can extreme millionaire lottery spell. Done in less than 12 hours. Spell with me and my oldest grandmother. That's not that big of an achievement. You only have 2 grandmothers. $32.87, but it's on sale for 75% off. Usually it's $131.47. So it's actually like we're losing money if we don't buy this spell. The thing about buying Etsy spells that makes it a little difficult is that you aren't buying anything concrete. And I love buying concrete. The results of a spell can't be guaranteed, so you have no way of weighing a purchase or deciding if the seller is trustworthy or not. It's basically just having to believe that the seller will do what they say they will do. And if there's one kind of person I trust, say it with me, it's people selling me things on the internet. So the only real option I had was to go based on reviews, and those weren't always entirely helpful. Okay, so Tal Ehrlich, thank you for the good and fast service. So I guess that means that Tal won the lottery within the last 4 days? Yeah, that's right. I was homeschooled. Carol Ann said, Luna is an angel. I got my spell. It was super quick and on the night of the full moon, so extra strength. I haven't had a chance to try any lotteries or anything. Landed in hospital yesterday. Okay. Did the spell do that? Luna, I wish you all the love in the world for you and your grandmother. I'll let you know how I get on as soon as anything happens. Okay, so this is an interesting review because she hasn't actually received what she paid for, but she still left 5 stars. This toothbrush is gonna be really cool, and I wish the seller all the love in the world. We'll update you once I have the toothbrush. One might argue that I should have waited to write this review, but why do tomorrow what you can do today? That's what I'm always saying. That's what my oldest grandmother is always saying. Bring back Stubborn X spell. I would rather die. Detailed, brutal reading. What is a brutal reading? It's like they read you a book, but then at the end they beat the shit out of you. Brutal tarot reading, same hour. Brutally honest psychic reading. Okay. Chad, female, general. Like if I'm a war commander? Yes. Love. Is that a yes or no question? I don't know. Wait, or am I in love? Okay. No. Single. Career. Turbulent. Past life. Aren't you supposed to know that question? How am I supposed to know? I have no future. Hopefully not. And then the other goal can be that somebody confesses romantic feelings of some sort to me. And I know what you're thinking, Chad, set realistic goals and expectations. Don't set your goals too high. A lot of the spells I found had to do with love and obsession, with some specifically aimed for stubborn targets, and that's kind of fucked up. Super strong love spell for stubborn target. That's kind of gross. Whether you believe in spells or not, I think it's pretty uncool to try and force someone to be in love with you. Even if the magic doesn't work, I think it's bad to put that kind of intent out there. What do you mean you don't want to date me? I'm great. If I could take away your free will, I would. That's something I'd like to do, and I would if I could. I'm a catch. you. I'ma catch you. Removal of all negativity, spells, magic, evil eye, and curses on you. Okay, all right, maybe we should do this one because my dryer just stopped working. Actually, it started working too much. It won't turn off. My dryer spins no matter if I power it on or off, and I have to turn it off, I have to turn off the breaker. So I'm gonna do this one. And the next couple weeks weren't great. Luck-wise, I didn't notice any huge differences. I still had some repair issues around my place, but I did find this shirt. So my luck has turned all the way around. Another kind of spell I saw a lot were ones that claim to turn you into some kind of supernatural being. Become a vampire spell. Guys, oh my God. We can become the Hulk. Powerful transformation spell, vampirism spell, vampire ritual. Oh my God. What does that mean? Does that mean that I'd start drinking human blood? The description says absolutely nothing about what we can expect from this spell, but I'm expecting this. I'm expecting to look like this AI generated image of this vampire that looks kind of like Henry Cavill, and then this AI generated image with someone who also looks like Henry Cavill. Also, guys, okay, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity to be the Hulk. I'm not gonna pass up the quick cast, fast acting spell to give me supernatural strength. Add to cart. I also grabbed a spell called Best Body Spell, which promised me the physique of a Greek god. Oh wait, Best Body Spell. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. We gotta get a spell that makes us sexy. Here's them casting the spell that's gonna give us abs. An 8-pack, preferably. I'm assuming that this is what happens when the spell takes effect. Really hoping my skin melts off of my skeleton. If that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. Spells by Austin. Bye-bye, Austin. Bye-bye. I'm happy with this shop. Interesting spells, cast on time. Great conversation with Austin. Overall, I'm very satisfied. Nobody's getting to the gravy, the biscuits and gravy of the situation. I want to know when I can expect my abs to come in. I want to know when my biceps come in. Add to cart. And this one actually worked. I was hoping for Zeus-like abs, but I have 5 extra heads now. I just forgot to clarify which Greek god physique I was getting, and that's really on me. I mean, that's really on us. I also got an intelligence spell, not because I need it. I just wanted to test it out. Increase intelligence, same day cast. Increase memory ability, increase IQ magic spell, increase focus and attention. I've been looking for this my entire life. I'm gonna add this one to cart and then we'll do a quiz, and then I'll take another quiz in 2 weeks after the spell has been cast and had enough time to take effect, and we'll see if I've gotten any smarter. Before I start and you judge my answers, okay, I wanna reiterate, I was homeschooled. I did not have science classes or math classes. How many rings appear on the Olympic flag? There's like 6. Well, 6 isn't an option. What is the currency of Scotland? Haggis. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Leonardo DiCaprio. They thought they got me with that one. What is the capital of Greece? I don't know. I don't live there. 84 out of 100. You're a trivia master. Your level of general knowledge, at least based on this house, is very impressive. Stop it. Quit. Okay, I'll see you guys in 1 to 2 weeks after the spell is completed and we're a genius with abs. And I'm gonna say that this one also worked. Testing this spell meant I had to conduct field research while investigating hypotheses, and if I hadn't bought this spell, I would never have done any of that. I hate critical thinking. I think what this proves is that frivolous online shopping makes me smarter, and I've always said that, and I've always believed that. Jack is taller than Peter, and Bill is shorter than Jack. Bill. Skill issue. Which of the following statements would be more accurate? Jack is taller than Peter and Bill is shorter than Jack. It doesn't matter because all of their Hinge profiles would say they're 6 feet. Bill, Peter, Jack. Bill, Peter. This is so stupid. Why does this not make sense in my head, in my brain? What is this? I need to make a drawing. This is Jack. All right? Jack is taller than Peter. Peter is shorter than Jack. And then Bill is shorter than Jack. I kind of made them all the same height, so this is a very confusing drawing. This isn't gonna help a lot. I don't fucking know. And I don't really care. This could literally be what they look like based on the information that we've been provided with. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna say it's impossible to tell whether they're taller than Bill, right?
Yeah,
I don't know why that took me 40 minutes. Now imagine how long that would have taken me before the Etsy spell. That would have been a nightmare. I also got a customizable love spell without a specific target. The parameters of the spell are that someone is supposed to confess feelings for me within 2 weeks of it being cast. But after that time frame passed, nothing was happening. No one was professing their love for me. No one was calling me, except for Capital One. Take a hint, guy, right? This is pathetic. But I understand it can be daunting to confess feelings for someone, so I decided to give them a little push, just to help them take the first step. First up was Gabby Bell, aka Gabby Balls, aka the creator of the Bing Bong song. Hey, she seemed to be snacking. I decided to get to the bottom of this. What are you eating?
You know.
Oh, she was holding back, but I moved on. Anyway, speaking of things that are yummy, I was just wondering if there's something you want to tell me. More resistance. There was something she didn't want to say, or something she really wanted to say. So I have to go. So.
Aw.
But.
Well, miss you.
Do you? Do you?
As much as I love dried mango.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one down as a maybe then, because you really like that mango. All right, well, thanks.
Love you.
And there it was. Next up was my friend Josh Dare, aka Fortnite Extraordinaire. Just a quick heads up, this guy farts and lies a lot. Hey.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
I was just calling to see if there's anything that you've been wanting to tell me, something that might be hard to tell somebody typically. So then this is just an opportunity for you to tell me if there is something like that that you want to tell me.
You need to stop blaming all of your farts on me.
Here we go. I told you so.
There are so many times that we've been in a room together and we've been on opposite sides of the room and you've been blaming farts on me. I'm losing friendships. I've gotten warnings at work. I've gotten 2 write-ups.
We were getting off track. He wouldn't stop talking about his farts.
Like, you're a trusted friend and I love hanging out with you, but like, this can't keep going on.
Right, okay. I hear you. Unbelievable. He can't stop for even a minute. And I gotta go.
Okay, but like, did you actually—
To document my transformation into the Incredible Hulk, I first needed to test my physical strength. Time to do our strength baseline test. Here we have, this is 20 pounds. Let's try and do 40, and then we'll see if I can do it by the end of the week. Oh my god! I can't even get them in a frame. Never mind, abort. Maybe just one then. Easy. Piece of cake. But after a while, I hadn't seen any real results. I was still just a weak, puny human who could barely do 1 full push-up. But then I realized I was missing the key component of becoming the Hulk. Obviously, to complete my transformation, I needed to get really freaking ticked off. Okay, it's been 2 weeks. I'm gonna retry the 40 pounds now. Also, don't look at my feet because my shoes are stained. I said don't look at my feet. Is this 40 pounds? I feel like it's way easier to pick up now. I'm not joking. Why is this easier now? Okay, that's pretty good, but let's see if I can do 40 in each hand. Now to do that, I think I need to fully be the Hulk, so if you could just help me.
You're a 27-year-old iPad kid. You constantly change your hair because you're deeply unsatisfied with who you are as a person.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't speak to me that way, okay? That's...
Are you actually trying right now?
Yes! And then I was just waiting on the Become a Vampire spell. I had to carefully monitor this one for obvious reasons, so I routinely had to eat Italian food, which sucked. I ordered Italian food and cheesy garlic bread. So we're gonna test and see if I'm deterred from eating this, which would mean that the vampire spell has started to take effect. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Oh no, I'm gonna have to order more Italian food and more garlic cheesy bread. Dang it. But I was patient and I never gave up no matter how much chicken Alfredo I had to eat. And finally, on one fateful day, it just hit me. Oh, tight little spider monkey. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video because it's something a little different and I don't really know what I'm doing or where I am or what's going on or why my clothes are ripped or who destroyed all those roads in New York. But I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. And welcome back. Welcome back,
Hey
guys.
everyone,
Come on.
thank you. Wow, thank
Welcome
you,
back.
thank you.
Welcome. It's
Oh,
good
it's
to see
well,
you
it's an
again.
honor to
Thank
be
you for
back.
coming. A twinge of cringe. My name is ChadChad, and we've all heard of Wattpad, especially you. Yeah, you. With the shirt on. You know what you read. You're sick. You make me sick. I was homeschooled, so I wasn't allowed to be on the internet or watch TV or movies or leave my house. So I never really got to read Wattpad. I never got to throw my hair up in a messy bun and then run down the stairs where my mom is making breakfast and she goes, go pack your things. And I go, why? And she goes, because I sold you to pay my gambling debts. And then One Direction comes in and they go, yeah, hurry up, ChadChad, go pack your things, because we're in a big time rush. But don't worry about me, okay? Because now we have Wattpad stories on TikTok. I was scrolling on there the other day and got like 3 ads in a row for this show called Fated to My Forbidden Alpha.
I reject you, Celine. Being rejected by an alpha must be brutal.
I accept your rejection, Jackson.
So obviously that is amazing, and I had to find and watch every single episode available by downloading a whole separate app and spending more money than I do on my monthly Hulu subscription. The show is like a werewolf fan fiction. In fact, I think it's based on one. It's kind of like Twilight minus the vampires and the After series minus the budget, which means that the werewolves want to do each other constantly. Every werewolf wants to do every werewolf everywhere wolf. Ow! This is Celine, by the way. She's the main character, and you can tell because everyone is unreasonably mean to her all the time. She's kind of got this Cinderella thing going on where she's mistreated and forced to do chores because her parents are dead.
Meet me in my office when I'm picking the shit up.
Celine! Wine!
That's just a mandatory thing when you become an orphan. They come to your house and they announce it like a sweepstakes. Congratulations, your parents are dead.
How did you find out about that? That happened just like a second ago.
Here's your duster, here's your Batmobile. What am I supposed to clean with that?
The streets! After today, I never want to see you again.
I've been waiting years for you to say that, Jackson.
So we find out this scene happens after Celine turns 18, which is when you get your wolf, but also when you find out who your mate is. This guy is called Alpha Jackson, and it's very important that we put Alpha in front of his name every time we say it, or he gets really mad. And you wouldn't like him when he's angry because he turns into a really creepy guy who tries to kiss you.
Why won't you call me Alpha? Are you jealous? Is that what this is?
Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This is kind of familiar. Didn't Curtis Connor just make a video about this? And no, he didn't. You're kind of acting a little crazy right now. I don't know what you're talking about. This is the first video that's been made about this TV show ever on YouTube, so you're acting a little insane. You need to calm down. Also, me and Curtis, Creator Clash 3, let's go toe to toe, finger to finger. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Enjoy the video. The first video about this TV show on YouTube ever, starting now. Go. Alpha Jackson and his fiance are horrible and mean to Celine. They make her bathe with a bucket.
Where are you going with that?
Just trying to shower.
Not a bucket and a mop. Just the bucket. They also like to remind her she's an orphan, you know, just in case she forgot.
Know your place, Celine. You're an orphan.
Hey, when you're done wiping down that mirror, can you please remember that your parents are gone forever and you have no support system? I already did that this morning. Gonna need you to do it again, so hop to it. The show wants to make it very clear to us that every alpha in this universe is super rich and comes from old money.
In a world where werewolf packs survive on centuries-old fortunes, a fragile peace treaty is about to shatter.
How was that? Was that good? I don't know how they got their money since werewolves are burned by silver. So that's kind of like if Jeff Bezos was allergic to wire transfers. Ow! Ow! Stop sending me money! Stop using Amazon, guys. Please. Everyone has a title that precedes their name, so it's Alpha Jackson, Luna Tiffany, Orphan Celine. By the way, guys, Celine is an orphan. Don't forget that, please. And my personal favorite.
Sorry for interrupting.
This guy is named Beta Luke. We get to meet the alpha of another pack, Alpha Alexander, and we learn that he is coming.
Just Alexander Kane, just RSVP'd.
He's coming to your engagement party. Alexander Kane is coming.
Hey guys, I think Alexander Kane is coming. That's just a suspicion I have, but I think that he might be coming.
He's coming.
Alpha Alexander comes to a party hosted by Alpha Jackson and his fiance where he gifts them a whole yacht and refers to it as pocket change.
Alpha Alexander, you're giving us a yacht?
Pocket change.
Only the roughest, toughest alphas are fiscally irresponsible. He has no regard for financial planning. And he makes frivolous displays of wealth? Oh my god. It does get a little difficult to tell people apart when they have basically the same title. So Alpha Alexander and Celine realize that they are love mates, and so she's finally free of Alpha Jackson and his fiance's cruel, weirdly sexual treatment of her. Alpha Alexander sees Celine lugging a trash bag over her shoulder, and he's like, that's what I want. She's stinky, and I must have her. Tiffany tries to slap her again, Jackson tries to make her stay, and both times Alexander comes swooping in to save her all heroically.
We're leaving. No.
He puts his jacket over her at some point when they're both inside and she's fully clothed, which I guess is a nice gesture, but it just makes the situation seem much more serious than it is. No one is ever gonna hurt you like that again. Here, put this on. You know, I don't think they gave me the wrong dipping sauce on purpose, so it's really okay. Put this on too. Plus, I'm fine with signature sauce. I mean, it's signature for a reason, right? I'm gonna take care of you now.
Thank you so much.
Throughout the show, the alphas have this impossible task of looking super cool in every shot, no matter what they're doing. Even if they're just coming into the room, they'll start leaning on something, or if they're sitting down, they'll do this hand thing.
So this is my mate.
Fatherless, motherless. Your parents are dead. And the camera angles don't always help them out with that. It's hard to feel intimidated when the camera is elevated and making the alpha's head 5 times bigger than his feet.
If you ever touch my girlfriend again, I'll bite your toes off.
I didn't. I just gave her some dipping sauce.
You dipped her in what?
No, not like that. I just mean, ow.
We learned that Alexander is the alpha of the largest, most powerful pack in America.
You are aware I'm the alpha of Nightwind, the biggest pack in the States, right?
Of course. The alpha of Nightwind, the biggest pack in the States.
I bet he's also packing the biggest wolf in the States. She pack on my wolf till I... She wolf on my pack till I... She wolf on my wolf till I... Pack. I pack. She packs. I give up. She pack on my wolf till I howl. It was right fucking there. That's embarrassing. So he shows Celine his massive mansion, which we don't get to see. Use your imagination.
Is that
And Celine reveals the most horrid form of torture that Jackson and Tiffany inflicted on her, never letting her try fried chicken.
It always smelled so good when Tiffany took some home, but they never let me try it.
Those monsters. They get a bucket of KFC, and while she's eating it, he starts to talk dirty to her.
Do you understand our mate bond? How it makes you feel? What makes you want to do? Let's go home.
She has fried chicken in the corner of her mouth during this conversation. Babe, the way you're eating that chicken breast like a fucking idiot gets me going. Don't stop, I'm gonna crumb. Crumbing. We actually find out that both of them are virgins. Fucking losers. And this isn't important to the plot at all, it's just there to add tensions and also so that both of them can talk to their magic mirror wolves.
It's me, Lila. I'm your wolf.
My wolf, Lila, you're here, you're my wolf.
Yes, Celine.
And it seems like the only purpose of the wolves so far is to act super horny and help them get laid.
Do you not like him?
I do. I mean, I don't know him, but there's something about him.
That's your mate bond.
And the only way they can talk to them is through these mirrors, so it's like a version of Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Hey, what's up? This guy just got me a bucket of chicken. Oh, he wants you. I know, so bad. I'm gonna talk to him. Okay, just remember to wear something sexy, like a white nightgown covered in blood.
You better be thinking about how dead your parents are.
I am! The second half of the show is much, much worse because they start to kiss a lot. And I don't like that. The sound when they're doing that is like those rubber hand party favors. It's like two of those slapping together in a wet fashion. Oh, God. Stop. Stop,
banging. Please.
I miss your scent all day.
You're back. I swear to God, if she gets pregnant with a little wolf baby, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Alexander has a sister, and she only exists to ask the main characters questions to get them to talk about how they're feeling, but she was not the right character to choose for the types of questions they have her ask. After every night that they spend together, she'll come to Celine and ask weird questions like,
How's Alexander? I know, bold question, but the rumors are just too wild.
Why is this dude's sister asking about their sex life to such detail? She's like, how many times? How long would you say? Stop me. Stop me when I get there.
Celine ends up visiting her old home, and Tiffany, who is pissed because her fiance still clearly has a thing for Celine, poisons her in a very clever, very secret way.
I come in peace and with drinks.
If you're gonna poison someone, do it in like red Solo cups. Don't use medieval chalices that Romeo and Juliet would have used in Act 5. To prove that she didn't poison Celine's cup, she goes, "What? You think I poisoned your cup?" You know, like an unsuspicious person. Okay, your exhaust pipe is fixed. Great, thanks. What, you think I put a bubble machine in it? Why would I think you Good, because I didn't do that. You know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. You need to stop throwing crazy accusations around.
Celine cannot be tricked though, okay? She is sharp as a whip. She's not gonna fall for that. Just kidding, she does fall for that. She falls for that almost immediately. Alpha Alexander can feel his mate's pain through their love bond and comes to her rescue by finally transforming into a strong, terrifying wolf. He slams Beta Luke against the wall, and by slams, I mean he lightly brushes against him and Beta Luke rolls away like a can of Chef Boyardee. They rush Celine to the hospital, and it's not looking good.
We're trying on everything we can, but you know what wolf's bane does to a wolf.
Oh no, don't sink down the wall. You're too sexy. Oh no, don't have a flashback to how you guys fell in love. You're too sexy.
But she pulls through because she's actually also a super powerful alpha.
Doctor?
She has the blood of an alpha.
Holy shit.
And she has super powerful alpha parents. That's right, they were never dead. She was never a stupid, stinky orphan. She was just stupid and stinky. Alexander's sister is there when Celine wakes up, and she explains how heartbroken he's been since she's been unconscious.
Just fought an entire war for you.
Wait, the war's already over?
I don't think he's eaten either.
Skill issue.
Apparently while she was asleep, all of the wolf packs went to war with each other, which we don't get to see. Use your imagination.
So, Alexander went apeshit on Blood Moon and led the entire Nightwind army to attack the day you were in it.
Since she's a very powerful alpha, Celine can read everyone's thoughts now, and we first discover this when she and Alexander go to dinner to meet up with her parents.
I want to strip Celine naked.
What?
Celine, we're gonna make so I can finally be inside.
Ew! I don't want to do this anymore.
He just fully starts fantasizing about his partner who's reuniting with family she was stolen away from, and then they leave almost immediately.
Celine, are you okay? Maybe we should go home.
You want to reunite with your parental figures? How about we reunite our figures away from your parentals? Look at the chicken, look. Come on, let's go. Now that everyone is happy, no one's parents are dead, everyone is rich, Celine and Alexander get married. Yes! And she immediately gets pregnant because of course she does.
Do you think that
Alexander Jr., AJ.
I swear to God, if she gets pregnant with a little wolf baby, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Don't tell me you need to shower.
Honestly, guys, I know I've been talking a lot of crap, but the show is actually much better than I thought it would be. When I found out it was a romance and it involved werewolves, I was expecting a sexy wolf version of Where's Waldo.
Werewolf!
yeah. There's Wolf. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And I believe in aliens. I never decided that. There was never a specific moment where I was like, you know what? I do believe in aliens. I do! Because I've always just assumed that, you know, in the endless universe, there are probably other places that can also support life. Like, there are a lot of ants in the world, but each ant probably thinks that their anthill is the only anthill in the world, but that's only because they haven't invented space travel yet. I've never met anyone who claimed to be abducted by aliens or who claims to have had some kind of extraterrestrial encounter. But I like to think that I'm an open-minded person and that I would hear them out, which is why today we're talking about Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato is a pretty well-known singer and was in a lot of Disney movies / TV shows. You've probably heard of them before, so I'm not gonna dive too deep into their history. But there was a certain clip that caught my attention the other day.
So I woke up in my room and there was like 3 beings. And they were like, do you want to see your planet? And I was like, oh, sorry.
Sorry. You were like, hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
This is a pretty short clip, so I wanted to get the full context of what's happening here. Demi has a new show called Unidentified that's streaming on Peacock TV. We'll get into that later. So the reason for this interview is that Demi is promoting their new show, and this conversation takes place after Kelly shows a clip previewing it.
Well, wait, in that clip we just saw you looking for aliens. So have you seen an alien? Have you ever had an experience?
I have never seen an ET face to face.
Oh, that's something else I should mention. Demi doesn't believe that we should call aliens. They say that that is offensive to aliens. Sorry, aliens. Sorry, aliens. Sorry. Demi Lovato has said referring to extraterrestrials as aliens is derogatory, and the word should no longer be used for potential otherworldly visitors. Speaking to News, Lovato explained their reasoning while responding to Span while responding to fan speculation that they have an unreleased song called Aliens, quashing the rumor. That's a weird word. It sounds like you're getting phlegm out of your throat. Quashing the rumor. The singer said their fans should know they don't call them aliens because it is a derogatory term for anything.
My fans should know that I do not call them aliens because alien is a derogatory term for anything.
Oh, that's so true.
Even extraterrestrials. Which is why I call them ETs.
Which I guess I kind of get what they're trying to say here, but at the same time, I feel like this would be very, very low on an ET's list of concerns if they were to encounter our planet. Our government would definitely take it into custody and definitely perform less than humane tests on it, so it probably wouldn't be too worried about what word we were using to refer to it with. I will now use this circular saw to enter your brain cavity. I would prefer if you didn't. Then I will study your alien brain to discover all of your secrets. I don't have any. Excuse me, what did you call me? I'd say this is a case of let's cross that bridge when we get there, but the bridge isn't even built yet. The bridge isn't even under construction. The bridge is still in the Daddy Bridges ball sack, okay? We don't need to be worried about this yet.
Yeah. I had a night where I was dreaming, and I say dreaming very loosely because I don't really know what happened.
So see, this is why I wanted to watch the full clip, because the TikTok that the Kelly Clarkson show posted, which got 3.2 million views, mind you, doesn't include the part where they say that this is dreaming, I think is what they're saying this was. So that kind of seems irresponsible to just post this without that context, because the comments are absolutely roasting the shit out of Demi, saying that they're on drugs, saying that they've completely lost their mind. I don't know if it was intentional or unconscious, but if I was Demi and the show that I did an interview for clipped something in a way that made me seem crazy, I would probably have a heart attack.
But I all of a sudden was in my room, and I know I said, I sound like this is gonna sound so out there, but just bear with me. So I woke up in my room.
They even cut out the part where Demi acknowledges how strange this sounds. Who is running this TikTok account? Joe Jonas? Joe, is that you?
Yeah. So I woke up in my room and there was like 3 beings.
Us to the 3 beings. Okay, corporations, you need to stop, all right? We get it. You're hip with the young whippersnappers. You know what this means. I actually think the only time I ever see this used anymore is by corporate accounts. So now it's getting kind of like corporate Twitter, trying desperately to seem relatable. That moment when your mom says no more video games. When your mom buys our chips that inflame your stomach lining. Bernard, you are 98 years old. Please retire. I'll stop working when I'm dead. Your left eye fell out again. Yeah. Are you gonna go home now? You.
Do you want to see your planet? And I was like, oh, sorry.
Sorry. You were like, hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, let's go.
Why did the ETs visit you just to show you your own planet? They traveled millions and trillions of miles just to show you that. They'd ask if I wanted to see my own planet, and I'd be like, no, that's okay. I live here.
I live here. I like whooshed out of my room and was like hovering over the planet, and then all of a sudden they're like, you want to see our planet? And I was like, hell yeah! Yeah. So then I whooshed to this like pink and purple planet that I've never seen, but...
Okay, so I Googled pink and purple planets after this just because I wanted to see if one actually exists, and it does. This one is called GJ504b, which is crazy because that's my brother's name too. It's 57 light years from Earth, is about the same size as Jupiter, and it's a gas planet. I doubt this was the home of the ETs that visited Demi just because it's literally made up of poisonous gas. I don't know, maybe they can survive the environment because they're also made of gas, like my brother. That's basically the end of the interesting part of this interview, but I wanted to check out the show if I could. It came out the end of September.
I had this crazy experience that happened to me in Joshua Tree.
Jesus Christ, why is the like ratio so bad? Can someone tell me what I'm missing? I don't remember. Like, why is Demi so disliked? Did they do something? Demi Lovato has apologized after starting a public feud with the Big Chill, a frozen yogurt shop in Los Angeles. Oh. It was the froyo.
It was this bright light. It kind of moved in like these weird ways that a plane wouldn't move.
I hate to be this person, but this doesn't look real. See how the stars keep moving after the camera stops moving? It just looks strange. Anyway, I'm sorry. I said I was gonna try and have an open mind, and I've been shitting on everything in this video.
My goal is to find out what really happened.
That looks like a gnat. That looks like a bird.
What if extraterrestrials aren't traveling light years to visit us? What if they're already here waiting for us to reach out?
So, like a ghost? Is that a spirit box? Don't you use that to try and talk to ghosts? So it kind of just looks like they're going to be doing a lot of stargazing and yoga? No, sorry, that's a singing bowl. Still don't see how that applies, really. It really looks like a ghost hunting show, but they just throw the word UFO in there every few minutes.
UFO experiencer.
Demi Lovato serenades extraterrestrial entities, as you do.
Carmen? We just got here.
Again, this seems like a ghost hunting contraption. Paranormal investigator, right there. So I guess we're just lumping ETs and ghosts together. I feel like those are vastly different categories. Like the concept of an alien show is interesting because I've never really seen that before, but this just looks and feels exactly like a ghost hunting show, and about 3.8 million of those already exist. They're like cop shows. I watched one episode of NCIS in 2013, and now I never have to watch one ever again.
Have you seen anything like ETs here, or UFOs? Star people?
So I guess we're asking the ghosts if they've seen aliens because the aliens, ETs, wouldn't be able to see them. So ghosts are like makeshift Ring cameras in this situation. From what I've seen, ghosts haven't been very open with us, like about what the afterlife is like or what they do in their ghostly spare time. So I just don't know if this is when they would decide to open up to us. What's your name? Were you murdered? Are you in this room with us right now? Have you seen aliens? Dude, yes. Okay, I was in the bathroom taking a ghost shit, right?
Ask her if they're here, if there are star people here right now.
Are there star people here right now?
They probably explain this in the full episode, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of equipment this is. This article just ominously calls it the radio, but it looks like it might be some kind of proximity detector based off of my extensive research on Google Images, which would mean that every time this goes off, it's just because the ghost is stepping closer to them and then stepping back. Are there any star people here right now? Are you a star, people?
Carmen, are you a star person?
Maybe it's because we're in the room, because, you know, they don't like men,
She doesn't
supposedly.
like men, and I get it.
Do you want us to maybe do a little experiment and step in another room while you take over?
What do you mean? Y'all have been here this whole time and she's been talking just fine.
Did you not want to say anything else because the boys were in here?
The ghost is not saying yes. She's saying, okay, I can clearly see them right there. They just turned around the corner. I may be a ghost, but I'm not f***ing blind.
Okay. She has trauma.
She does?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do you
And
know?
that's why she doesn't like men.
Okay, okay. I respect that. I respect
Yeah.
that.
Totally.
What are these reactions? Can you imagine like going on a third date with someone and you open up about your trauma and they're like, okay, I respect that. I respect that. I do. Are you gonna pick up the check? I mean, I'm so sorry about that. I mean, that sucks, dude, but I don't get paid until Friday.
Maybe if you sing a song as an offering, we could come back in the room.
Oh, yeah. Okay. If I sing you a song, can my friends come back in the room?
Okay, now y'all are just making up rules as you go. This is like trying to watch third graders play a game of tag.
There you go.
What the fuck is that? Is that a knife? Call the police, we're witnessing assault. Demi proceeds to sing Skyscraper to an extraterrestrial ghost. They didn't really specify. And then bam, there's actually what appears to be another man in the doorway over there. So the singing transaction they just did is null and void. I personally would not watch this show. Based on the preview and the clips that I've seen, I would rate it a ghost shit out of 10. It seems very over exaggerated and kind of cliche. I guess the audience would be Demi fans. I don't really know who else it would appeal to. If you're wondering why there's no green screen edits in this video, it's because I ordered a new one because my current one is ass. I'm really trying to exert the least amount of energy possible into filming, kind of like the producers of this show. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Today I'm gonna be watching the After series because I hate myself and you guys told me to do it. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. I think that I watched one YouTube video on the first one, which came out in 2019, and now in 2021, 3 years later, there's already 2 more, which is an exponential rate for movies to be produced. I don't know who's behind that. Just a quick recap of what I know about this series from just like hearsay. Number 1, it was based on a Wattpad story, kind of like The Kissing Booth, which was incredible, as we all know. Number 2, it was based, or was supposed to be, a Harry Styles fanfic. Number 3, it's terrible. Number 4, it's terrible. I want to watch the whole series, but I can't sit here and watch 3 movies in a row while I'm filming. I will be here for like 12 hours. So we're just gonna start with the first one and see how it goes. Good luck to me, pray for me, or if you're not religious, you can Venmo me, I guess. Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer. That was a joke. There is no ChadChad Venmo account, so if you see one, please don't send them money. I'm doing fine, actually. Okay, so we're walking naked in the woods. That doesn't usually end well, biblically.
There are moments in our lives that seem to define us.
I'm gonna be your spirit guide. We can get you into all the best places even without a fake. No problem.
You're just gonna dive into that while our mom's still standing in the doorway. Yeah, we can get into any club we want. We have really good fake IDs. Also, we do drugs every hour, and each of us has an STD. It's gonna be great.
What's with all the old books? Who brings books to college?
Crazy Tessa bringing books to school where you read books and talk about books and write essays on books. He's a fucking nerd.
The bookish vibe. I like that.
The bookish vibe?
The bookish vibe.
Oh.
Sorry. After you. No, honestly, I insist.
honestly.
No, my mother raised me to.
If this isn't going to be a reoccurring character in the rest of this movie, this entire interaction was the most pointless thing I've seen in my entire life. Go ahead. Oh no, you go ahead. I insist. No, please. My mother raised me to make everything as awkward as humanly possible in these situations. Okay, please. Go ahead. Isn't this scene in the preview? I'm gonna hate this.
Great Gatsby. It's a good book. Hate to spoil it. But it was all a dream.
The Great Gatsby, huh? Surprised a girl like you knows about this book. It's pretty underground. Not a lot of people know this, but it was actually based on a movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Is that supposed to imply that she's getting feelings for him already? Like they've had enough interactions for her to be falling for this dude? I also love when a guy mansplains the ending of one of the most popular books in the world to me. It really gets my gears going. You're going. Aren't we so glad that there's always conveniently a character like this who's there to pull the shy main character out of their shell? If it weren't for them, there would be no movie. And what a tragedy that would be.
So, guys, truth or dare?
I dare you to make out with Hart.
No. Ew.
Where are you right now? It's really loud. Okay, so you go to college and now you drink. That's really great, Tessa.
Okay, Noah, where is this what? This relationship seems really solid. I think that they have a lot of trust. Ooh, he also has books. I bet he's not as materialistic and shallow as he seems to be. He has depth, and I bet he has a soft spot only for her.
Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same.
Guys, I don't think I can do this. I already want to die at how deep their relationship is because they both read books. I know that their faces are so close together because it's supposed to be building and showing us the tension, but I don't feel it. The only tension I feel is between me and turning this movie off. I know you're not gonna kiss, so just hurry it the fuck up. Pull away last second.
Wait.
There we go. Off, Noah. Your mom said you shouldn't be partying with that roommate. Hey, Noah, aka mom number 2. No one asks you, Noah. You shop at the Gap.
I got it from the Gap.
I'm not the only freshman in this class.
Okay, I'm Team Landon, you guys. Noah, Hardin. I'm team Landon. They're both freshmen, and he's not a total prick.
I want to show you something.
I think that it's better if we keep our distance.
Something tells me that she's gonna go. It's always a good idea to get into cars with people you barely know, especially when they're mean to you. Oh, and he's taking her to the woods. Tessa, he's taking you to woods.
Can I ask you something?
No.
Can I show you something?
No. This scene has been going on for years and nothing is happening. Oh my God, end it. End this scene.
So how about we play a game of Second Blow?
Does this character just exist to like bring up games to play? Him and Hardin live together because their parents are dating, so he's gonna call her. You need to come over. Stat. Hardin is upset because you touched elbows with some dude at a campsite and you have a boyfriend even though he doesn't want to date you. Get over here. Oh, and also he breaks things when he's angry. He's husband material.
I'm a mess.
I think that we're both a mess.
You are like the epitome of not mess. I mean, aside from being attracted to super toxic people and cheating on her boyfriend. You know what? Never mind.
Noah is my best friend.
Not anymore.
If I leave now, you're cut off.
So she's cutting her off because she kissed a boy that wasn't Noah. Is the mom in love with Noah? I wish she was, because then something would actually be happening right now and there would be some kind of plot. I mean, we all know that Noah likes moms. So it makes sense.
When you told me your mom was going to cut you off, I had to do something. We can stay here for the rest of the year.
When you told me that your mom was going to cut you off, I had to do something. And I decided to go with squatting in my father's friend's house while she's in Italy for an entire year and not telling anyone. So I landed on crime. How many montages do you need in one movie? This is so boring. We're literally just watching montages of them go on dates or sit at home and eat takeout.
One night when I was 8, my dad was at the pub, drunk as usual. He messed with the wrong guys.
Messed with the wrong guy.
They came to our house for payback.
Came to their house for payback.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
And that's my dad. I need to go.
What? Now?
Jeez, just tell me where he is.
Maybe he's at Blind Bob.
Yeah, obviously, we know this. She read the text messages that said, meet me at Blind Bob's at 9. And then he was like, oh, I gotta go. I thought we were just assuming that that's where he was going. I'm Tessa, and this is 2 and 2. She can't put them together.
Make her fall in love with me. And then I'll just turn it off.
So it's way worse than I thought. His friends didn't dare him. He dared himself. So does that mean then that he broke her and Noah up on purpose? And as a result, made her lose her financial support while she's going to college? Very wholesome. Definitely someone that you should stay in a relationship with for 2 whole more movies. It's another sad montage. Do you want to be in a sad montage? Do you want to be in a sad montage too? Right here. There you go. Okay, look up here. Look up there. Beautiful. You did amazing. You were made for the camera. Tessa and Hardin aren't talking, obviously, so we just get another sad montage of the 2 of them separately, but thinking back on the times that they had together, which even though we just saw all those moments in the movie and they were painful and boring back then, we have to watch them a second time in the form of a sad montage, just in case we missed it the first time.
Miss Young, this is what Hardin turned in. I think it was actually written more for you than it was for me.
I just know that this letter is gonna be super cliche and make me want to rip my face off. Let me try and guess what kind of essay Hardin would write with Tessa in mind, okay? I think it would start with Tessa. That's it. It just says Tessa in Times New Roman font. And the teacher was like, this is an astounding statement on the solidarity of the human mind and how it can so easily become fixated on Tessa. A+. I like how she only hangs out with Landon whenever she and Hardin are not currently speaking. I think it's really cool and fair how they are only friends when it benefits Tessa.
You once asked who I loved most in this world.
And it's still me. But you come in at a close second. The plot is just how they aren't having sex, and then they are having sex, and then they go back to not having sex, and then these little scenes are sprinkled in between where they talk to meaningless characters about how they are or are not having sex. After my ass. So let me know in the comments if you want to see the next one, but I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hello and welcome back to a twinge of cringe. I still don't have a mic, I'm working on it. I just wanted to point out that I don't intentionally make all these videos on TikTokers. That just happens to be where I find a lot of good material. So to the exactly 3 people that watch my videos, if you find someone you want to see on Twinge of Cringe, let me know. Allow me to introduce you to Amy Woe. This is her. She is a 21-year-old TikToker who recently branched out onto YouTube doing vlogs and this little comedy series that she started. Only has a few episodes so far. She makes a lot of skits targeted towards kids, like, you know, the ones involving parents and siblings and shit like that.
Ew, I don't want to touch the worm. Daddy, will you bait my hook for me? It's so gross. Of course, sweetie, I'll bait it for you. Really? You're still having Dad bait your hook? Sorry, I'm not like you. It's literally slimy and nasty and gross, but you like that stuff. Just grab the worm. It's really not that hard, you big baby. Hush up. Be nice to your little sister, okay? Thanks, Daddy. You just take it like this, and you put it like that. Here you go. Haha, Dad still baited it.
When I initially found her channel, I wasn't actually gonna make a video on her. I was like, okay, so she makes videos for a younger audience. They find it entertaining. Doesn't matter if I think it's dumb. It's not made for me. There's nothing wrong with that. And then I had to watch her say, I'm a burrito 8 million times, and it stirred a deep, visceral rage within me. And I changed my mind, and I also learned that she's just a shitty person in general, so.
I can't even put this whole TikTok because it never fucking ends, it just keeps going on and on, so I am going to speed it up.
Freeze! I'm a burrito! Where's the money at? Give me the money! I'm a burrito! Where's the money? I'm a burrito! Tell me where the money's at or you're coming with me. No! I'm this burrito stuff? I'm a burrito. Shut up, stop with the burrito. I'm a burrito. You're giving me a headache, stop. You don't stop saying burrito, I'm leaving you on the side of the road. I'm a burrito.
I also made a quick compilation for your viewing pleasure. You're welcome.
I'm a burrito. 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 I'm a burrito.
TikTok is the only platform where you can really get away with this. Can you imagine a stand-up comedian on stage just repeating the same one-liner over and over again for an hour and 20 minutes?
I'm a little boy. I'm a little boy. I'm a little boy.
Not just that, but I found a blaring issue in her content. So let's just play a game of spot the problematic behavior together, shall we? Did you find it? Guess who thinks it isn't necessary to wear a mask during a worldwide pandemic? This bitch don't. You might be thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. These could be pre-recorded. Or she could live somewhere that's not the US of A that actually tried to contain coronavirus. And you'd be wrong. And you'd be wrong. And you'd be wrong. Neither. This store has Valentine's decorations out on the aisles, so they weren't pre-recorded. And I looked it up and she was born in Florida. I wanted to make sure she still lived in Florida, so I did some expert sleuthing to find the gym that she goes to. Found it was in Florida. Then turns out I didn't even need to do any of that fucking sleuthing because she literally just says she lives in Florida.
I live in the Sunshine State. I live in Florida.
In a Q&A video that I found later. Which makes fucking sense. I truly wanted to believe that a creator with millions and millions of impressionable followers was not going to stores, restaurants, gyms, without even a Lana Del Rey mask in sight. As someone from the Deep South, I have zero patience left for people who think that wearing a mask is so inconvenient that they're willing to risk the safety of others. Even if she were to rent out the entire Walmart store every time she films a TikTok, which I'm sure she does, you should still wear a mask. Kids watch this shit. You're supposed to be setting a good example. Speaking of kids, her content is targeted to and consumed by them. She even acknowledges this in some of her videos that I've seen.
I'm a burrito. Oh, not that girl. I don't like her. She's so annoying. Can't kidnap her. The kids love her.
So why then are there so many references to growing a fat peach? They're not just references, actually. It's literally her slogan. Like, she says it at the beginning of videos.
It's a great day to grow a fat peach. It's a great day to grow a fat peach. It's a great day to grow a fat peach.
Good morning, world. It is a great day to grow a fat peach.
And it's in her YouTube header on her channel. Why do kids need to worry about having a big ass? I don't even like saying that sentence. Young girls already see a slew of abs, poreless faces, and Photoshop bodies on a daily basis. They don't need their favorite influencer telling them to start working on their Kim K ass at the age of 11. And don't try and tell me they aren't kids. I've read the comments. Also, wear a mask to the gym, okay?
Why do you like being outside so much? You see, sweetie, there was once a time where being outside was illegal, so, you know, count your blessings.
Where is it illegal for you to go outside? You're literally outside right now. You do not get to complain. Some of us haven't left our houses and haven't done a single fun thing in almost a year. You've been going to Walmart and IHOP every single day without a fucking mask. Someone's grandma is dead, but at least you got your funfetti pancakes, am I right?
This. Ooh, yeah. Stop messing with those chairs. There's coronavirus. You have no idea who's touching them.
There is no way that she just ran into the fucking point like that. Yes, there's coronavirus. You dumbass! I don't even have a joke for this.
Oh, this is so pretty. I gotta touch it. Touchy touch, touchy touch. Mom, can we get this? It's so soft. Stop! Put it down. We're not getting it. Let's go. Dang it! I think I got a boogie. Ooh. Stop! Don't pick your nose in public. That's embarrassing. Okay. Oh, that looks so shiny. I gotta touch it.
Stop! There is literally an elderly woman in the background wearing a mask while you rub your face on that seat, shove your fingers up your nose, and then wipe your hands across those glasses that are on display without a mask. Hello, and welcome to a new segment. Let's call this one Amy Woe doing things that would be considered unhygienic even if there were not an ongoing pandemic.
Really? Okay. We're not leaving. You should have came. Dang it! I'm just gonna sit right here. Don't sit on the floor.
You're disgusting, and I don't feel bad for anything I've said in this video.
How you make the best content. Every day I wake up, I do not know what I'm gonna create. I don't. I really thrive on living in the moment.
Oh, believe me, no one would suspect your manners to be rehearsed. This whole spiel she's on is like a Kanye West tweet.
People ask me all the time, Amy, how do you even come up with these ideas? Like, how do you even come up with your videos? Bruh, I have no idea anything.
People ask me all the time how I come up with my ideas, my brilliant ideas, and I just say to them, you know, bruh, I have no idea anything.
Chicken nuggets or chicken strip. I really like nuggies and I really like tendies, but here's the thing. If I do not consume at least one tendy every single day of my life, it's not a good day.
Why are you talking so loud, bruh? Also, close your eyes and tell me you wouldn't think this is Lele Pons. Except even Lele wears a mask. You know you're doing something wrong when I can compare you to Lele Pons and you come out the runner-up. I was gonna try and make this video a little longer than my other ones, but I honestly can't stomach watching any more of this trash. I'm sorry if this video became less about cringe and more about, oh wow, this person is legitimately a piece of shit. But yeah, I wish this person didn't have over 11 million followers on their platform of mostly kids, so they never get called out for anything. If you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. And I know that I just made a video on the epidemic of alpha podcasts, but they're getting stronger. There's a new strain actually, the Delta Sigma Alpha strain. Symptoms include, but are not limited to, coughing, thinking you're qualified to give dating advice.
If you want to book a one-on-one coaching call, hit the link in the description.
And a sudden aversion for Sir Isaac Newton.
If a girl's posting gym photos and she's actively working on her body and fitness, that's something she worked to earn. I would argue it doesn't take as much effort as it does for a man to do the same thing, because a man has to resist the earth with gravity when he lifts weights.
There's no cure other than mandating that people fill out a questionnaire before they're allowed to purchase a microphone. Question A, do you intend to start a podcast? Question B, are women affected by gravity? And question C, please select all pictures that contain emotional vulnerability.
Keep any struggles, problems, or issues you're having to yourself. If you're so sad that you feel like crying, never cry in front of your girl. They always need you to be the strong one. They always need you to be the logical one.
If you're on TikTok, you've probably seen this clip. My FYP has been full of stitches and duets to it.
How many girls do you know actually have hobbies?
Like some girls, like they knit or they read or something like that. But
Bro.
like, they don't
don't spend a lot of time doing it.
Dude, shout out to girls that knit. Shout out to my queens that know how to knit.
So I went ahead and watched a bunch of highlights from their podcast because I'm not gonna sit through an entire episode of Mina for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. This is the infamous Good Bro, Bad Bro podcast. It's like a play on Good Cop, Bad Cop, except neither of them are good, and the only thing they can cop is celibacy. In true alpha podcast fashion, their main focus is on dating advice, with an emphasis on never actually giving any valid dating advice and just complaining about women to each other.
Red flags in women if she wears a lot of makeup.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
This is a really big one.
They don't have time to hang out with the boys. Social lives are for low-value men who aren't dedicated to the grind. But if the two of you sit at a table and record your conversations, you're basically entrepreneurs.
That's why the ultimate thing you can do is turn your passion into a business.
That's what we call an investment. Might as well make them honorary Kardashians because they get their asses up and work. Get your up and work. Since these videos went viral on TikTok, this guy has backtracked and told us all to relax, calm our because this was actually a social experiment.
For whatever reason, the toxic feminists on TikTok love to throw your boy out of context and paint me as a evil, women-hating.
You know, the experiment where you say dumbass things expecting most people to agree with you, and then once you start to get backlash, you're like, guys, calm down, Jesus. All of these are taken out of context.
I'm gonna show you guys a TikTok that got a lot of heat. Basically, I gave instructions to my editor saying, yo, make these as polarizing as possible. I wanna trigger people, I wanna get crazy. Now people take these clips out of context, of course, because of the way they were edited, and paint me as some kind of villain.
But I did end up watching the entire episode, you know, for context, and it's worse with the context.
What kind of a woman in 2022 doesn't enjoy baking? That is the least feminine thing you can do. Not cooking? I mean, are you even a woman?
But maybe him saying that this was a social experiment is the real social experiment, and he has us lapping at those drip water dispenser things because we're all just his guinea pigs.
If a girl on TikTok says it's, you know, patriarchy that a man and tell him to shut the fuck up. Women need to cook and clean.
But who am I to question the inner workings of an alpha's mind, especially one with such ingenuity and a necklace made of ammo? So I will only be showing the clips taken directly from the podcast rather than from their TikTok page, just so that we have that context that we need.
Like, what are your hobbies? Oh, I listen to music. I like to travel. You like to travel, eh? Who the f doesn't like to travel?
Yeah.
Come on.
I like going to the beach too.
Wow.
You're right. I don't know a single woman who has a hobby. They're like Baymax, and they have a charging port. Whenever not in the presence of a man, they go into sleep mode and only wake up when you wave a Starbucks Frappuccino under their nose. Makeup is a hobby, but probably not according to our scientists. Content creation is a hobby. Fashion is a hobby. But I guess when you think the only hobbies that count are watching sports and doing keg stands, then yes, I guess women don't have hobbies.
Okay, so let's break that down. Lipstick,
right.
Mascara, eyeline. So here's the thing with nails. I recently learned this. Girls will pay to have the nails shaped perfectly.
It really seems like they've never had a conversation with a woman that they weren't trying to date or sleep with. Probably not even their own mother. So what does your mom like to do? Oh, she's a lawyer. No, I mean, like, what does she like to do in her free time? Oh, cook me dinner, do my laundry. Aren't you in college? Kiss my boo-boos. You're a senior. Kiss my ouchie whittle boo-boos. It's really important in alpha podcasts, alpha social experiments, to have more than one alpha, because you have to have the one doing all the talking, you know, spewing all the nonsense, and then you have to have the other one for the sole purpose of sitting there and going,
yeah, right, it's true. Who? No. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, right.
And that doesn't mean that one is more important than the other, okay? They both have equally valuable roles to play.
It is a major red flag when a girl frequently posts photos on Instagram with the sole purpose being for male attention. Swimsuit photos, body photos, selfies.
You mean pictures like this? This is about 50% of your skin. I'd say that's pretty revealing.
If you're posting a photo for yourself, then the photo's never posted. If I take a photo for myself, that photo doesn't get posted online.
Did you post this for yourself, or was this for the boys?
You know that angle too, where they're on the angle?
Sorry, ladies, but this is the only acceptable pose. If Your elbows touch your sides, you're a slut. They go on a rant about how much money women waste on cosmetics, like their hair or makeup. And Minion actually explains to us how women get their nails done.
Some girls, bro, I saw a video on TikTok. This is mind-blowing stuff. They have a fake nail, and they shove it under like the cuticle of their nail, like a ½ inch deep under their fucking skin.
And this was a running joke on TikTok for a while, where people would take the fake nails and stick them into the hands that nail techs will practice with.
They're shoving like plastic under their freaking skin.
But you totally got us. We undergo saw levels of torture just to have pretty nails.
Do you want to play a game?
No.
You must choose the coffin.
No, not a coffin.
The stiletto.
No, not a knife.
Or the almond.
Like the nut?
I have acrylic or gel.
Why would you wear makeup when you could get your body looking nice and tight, right?
The tissues with like makeup on it, that like the garbage cans like overflowing, there's some on the ground, like Q-tips on the ground.
Shout out to the environment getting nuked by girls wiping their makeup off every day.
Damn, dude.
Did makeup like murder and eat his entire family? I've never seen someone get so upset over eyeliner. If she wants to conceal a pimple, red flag. If she single-handedly destroys the environment by using makeup wipes, red flag. If she takes a piece of fabric and that piece of fabric is rectangular and that rectangular piece of fabric is red, that's a red flag. Looking at this guy's Instagram account, it seems like he's tried almost every type of content at some point to try and get some sort of internet clout. Street interviews, dating coach / pickup artist, and my personal favorite, pranks. Of course, pranks. We're gonna be in here somehow.
What's your name?
Ishika.
Ishika. Holy shit. That's a wild name. Do you like Big Macs? I would definitely buy you a Big Mac, Ishika.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I gotta go meet some buddies, but yeah, you can take my number.
Okay.
Hey, what's your name? It's a dumbass name. Do you like McDonald's? Anyway, you can take my number, cause you're a lucky gal with a f***ed up name.
Okay, yeah, gotta get the phone out.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Big Macs.
So that's the pickup artist phase, I guess. Just say Big Mac like 11 times until the girl gives you her number to try and make you stop saying Big Mac, for the love of God. But then we move on to pranks, and they're obviously super elaborate and funny in a way that's funny but doesn't upset the public, and I'm lying, he just throws trash at strangers.
Yeah, it's been a long day, dude. I'm exhausted. So, just gonna have a little nappy poo on the ground. Sorry, dude, I'm on the phone. Yeah, sorry, somebody's just being rude to me there. But, yeah, I was just, what's that? Straighten it? What? What's wrong, man? What's going on?
It's funny because he's disturbing the peace and pissing off this couple that's just trying to enjoy their day at the park, and then he posted this video despite this man asking that he not do that.
Yeah, that's why I did that. I didn't publish it.
Don't worry, guys. It's actually an experiment. It's like What Would You Do? Only if John Quiones jumped you, and then he was like, I'm John Quiones, and this is actually the hidden camera show. What would you do? What? We actually have hidden cameras over there and over there. Oh my God. So tell me, what did you think about that when I beat you up like that just now? Well, at first I thought you were beating me up, but turns out you were beating me up on camera. I can see how you might have thought that. Yeah, silly me. Join us next week where we'll be stomping Girl Scout cookies and refusing to reimburse them. And I need medical attention. Whether the podcast was actually trolling like they claim or not, it doesn't matter. In a time that alphas keep popping out these podcasts and cold takes like Dr. Sandra Lee, you still said the things, and now your audience is mainly people who agree with that to some extent. So a great experiment, I guess. You really proved that misogynistic people exist on the internet. Hello, my name is Jack Fart. It's like Jack Frost, but fart. I hope you enjoyed this video because it was actually a huge social experiment. That's right. This entire video was edited intentionally to take the things that I said out of context. It really seems like they've never had a conversation with a woman that they weren't trying to date or sleep with. It really seems like they've never had a conversation with a woman that they weren't trying to date or sleep with. Mission successful. And if the alphas from this podcast get upset over my video or any of the things that I said, then it worked. You got super mega epically trolled. And if you're still upset, try calming down. I've heard knitting is pretty relaxing. Oops, I'm on my last 10%. Join us next time for... As long as I say it's a joke afterwards, then I can't be held responsible for my actions. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.